What is up, boxing fans around the world? FightHype family, what's going on? We're back here with another live round by round. Alycia Baumgardner looking to become undisputed at 130 pounds, and Amanda Serrano looking to become undisputed at featherweight, 126 pounds. So we got a doubleheader of the ladies tonight, both trying to become the queens of featherweight and super featherweight. So let's jump right into this round by round. Co-main events set to take place now. Alycia Baumgardner, the WBC, WBO, IBF champion, taking on Mekhaled, or Mekhaled. You gotta forgive me here on the pronunciation. And Mekhaled has that WBA belt that Choi vacated. Choi, the South Korean 130-pound champion. Mikaela Mayer, we know they can't stand each other's guts, Mikaela Mayer and Alycia Baumgardner, but even Mayer said that Choi would duck Baumgardner. She did. She vacated. And so now Baumgardner fights Mekhaled, who lost her last and only. She got her only loss to Delphine Persoon, who is an animal in there. So no shame in that. But I definitely think that I don't know if it'll wind up being competitive because Baumgardner is elite in my estimation. Well, she's proven that she's the champ at 130. But she's got the tougher opponent tonight. I think Erika Cruz in the main event against Amanda Serrano is made to order for Amanda Serrano. But this girl from France, Mekhaled, she has some more speed than Erika Cruz. She's a little trickier than Erika Cruz. So I think she's definitely got the tougher fight out of the two main events tonight, does Baumgardner. But I expect her to prevail, to win this fight handily. I think Baumgardner is really coming into her own as one of the best, the very best of the best pound for pound in female boxing, up there with Katie and Clarissa. She's still a step behind them because they've been around so long and are so accomplished, but I think she's fast gaining on the track to become number 3 pound for pound, Alycia Baumgardner. So first, the lady in red, the lady in scarlet, Mekhaled, in the ring now, 15-1. That only lost to Delphine Persoon. That was at a higher weight division than they're fighting tonight. Persoon is a big girl, a big 140, 147 pounder. And so we shall see what goes down tonight. Chewbacca Fishing, what's up, brother? Mike Tyson T. Aaron McKeever says it might be an upset for Alycia Baumgardner. Aaron, I don't think so. I'm very high on Baumgardner. she checks a lot of boxes. She's athletic, super athletic and coordinated. A good counterpuncher. She showed against Mikaela Mayer. And Terry Harper. She could walk you into the right hand. She has a developing and good left hook too. She's got a beautiful up jab from her hip. So unless Baumgardner has been reading too much of her own press clippings, if she's overconfident, because I know she trains hard, so I know she's physically prepared, but if mentally she's overconfident, if she has a letdown from the Mayer fight, then yeah, maybe this fight could go haywire, but I'm expecting Baumgardner to show out tonight and become undisputed. Again, I'm very high on her as a fighter because she checks so many boxes. She's a puncher. She's a fast, twitch, athletic fighter. She's a good boxer too. She can counterpunch. She brings a lot to the table. Not an easy girl to beat right now. And now that she's a champion and then a unified champion, beating an excellent fighter like Mikaela, her confidence has got to be only better. You just got to hope she's not overconfident tonight. But here she is coming to the ring, dancing and grooving, styling, coming to the ring like she did against Mikaela. Her ring, Clarissa Shields looking buff. Ringside is hyped right next to Baumgardner. As Baumgardner makes her way to the ring, Shields is animated as anybody in the audience for Baumgardner. Alycia Baumgardner earned Shields' respect and fandom after beating her friend and Olympic teammate Mikaela Mayer. So Clarissa's a believer. Let's see. Yo, Dubs Dollars, what's good, man? Easy G says, what's up, Sean? What's up, brother? 3 Pumps is back in the house as always. Chewbacca is watching the fight along with us. IB says Alycia is getting better, 100. She is. Unless you allow, lack of dedication to come in, complacency, overconfidence. If you let those kind of things take hold once you become a champion, then it can become easy come, easy go. But for the most part, long as you stay grounded about it, you're going to get better as a champion. Your confidence and your skills are only going to increase now that you've tasted the championship level and succeeded at it. KSI Fanboy says, I don't mind Amanda Serrano losing because she is a part of MVP, which is Most Valuable Promotions, right, with Jake Paul and his man Nikisa. So I see your name. You're a KSI fanboy. So fuck Jake Paul as a staff, record label, and as a crew. And if you're down with Jake Paul, then fuck you too. I get your point. Let's see. But Ashton Sylvie is another level where he might never lose. Ashton Sylvie is a good prospect out of Long Beach. He definitely opened my eyes ringside at Anderson Silva, Jake Paul, that rematch in Arizona. Yes, I shamefully was there and covered it. You know, he impressed me. He's got a legit prospect in Ashton Sylvie. I don't think Serrano's going to lose tonight. This fighter is made to order for her. Serrano these days, I think you're better off staying on the outside with her, catching her coming in, walking her into shots. Serrano's easier to hit these days. She's entering into her, well into her 30s, been in some wars. She's got a fan-friendly style, and she's been getting hit a little bit more often. Prolific offensively, still been dynamite to watch, but getting a little older, a little easier to hit. But I don't think Erika Cruz is going to do anything. She's a come forward, kind of slow fighter from Mexico, a brawler, a girl like you might see on those Telemundo fights. I don't think she's going to give too much issues to Serrano. It'll be fun to watch, though. Chewbacca saying, how can she fight? And she's fine. Total package. Fighter IQ, my man Ron Goodall. What's up, baby? Well, I shouldn't blow him up like that. That's a reason why. Anyway, hello, Fighter IQ, whoever you are. Much love to you, my brother. Jake Paul will be working in the gym. I respect the grind, though. Yeah, you got to. He's improved and improved and improved, and he has tenacity. Jake Paul, I gotta give him that. He has tenacity. Easy G says, Sean, do you think Richardson Hitchens can take Montana Love? I think he can, for sure. I think Richardson would beat Montana Love, but why would you make that fight with how bad stylistically that would probably play out? It would be a very tough fight. Only a fight for a purist to watch, I think. Although I could be wrong. Sometimes two counterpunchers surprise you and give you a better fight than you think. But I'd rather match Richardson with the guy who beat Montana Love. He was an aggressive, come-forward guy. He'll allow Montana to shoot off his best shots and have a guy come to him. Him and Montana could be a very tense, dull fight. So I'd rather match Richardson with the guy that got the DQ win over Montana Love. Baumgardner getting a big reaction in the Hulu Theater from the Garden. She is pumped. Got Tony Harrison beside her, behind her, and she is pumped. It's got those skirt trunks on like she did last, kind of like the Hector Camacho trunks. But Baumgardner is chiseled, got a good warm-up ready, and she is locked in, man. She has got the eye of the tiger and focused in on her opponent as they meet center ring, and now it's time. Is this on DAZN, says Mike G? Yes, indeed it is, brother. So here we go. Alycia Baumgardner rocking the purple braids tonight. Dyed the hair purple. I don't know if she's a Laker fan. I don't know what the purple's in reference to, but Ohio girl, Michigan girl. So I'm not sure what the purple's for, but might be undercover Laker Viking fan for all I know, or she just likes the color purple. Hell, it's the color of the queen of royalty, I believe. So maybe she's saying she is the queen. Round one, Baumgardner starting with that up jab, shoots that up jab again. Again, up jab coming from the hip, not throwing it from the high guard. Now Mekhaled returns the jab, and they trade jabs there to start. Baumgardner again with that lead hand low by her hip, and throwing that up jab up from the hip, very accurate with it, but not to start. Falling a little short with it to start. Mekhaled, good right hand over the top of that low left of Baumgardner for Mekhaled. And now Baumgardner falling short twice with her own straight right hand in the center of the ring. Mekhaled throwing a straight right hand. Baumgardner, good defense, getting her head off the line. Moving to her left, shoots her jab, but it gets blocked. Then she blocks Mekhaled's jab. Baumgardner pawing, trying to set up an overhand right, and it gets blocked. Baumgardner pawing with the jab, almost gets clipped by a hook as Mekhaled steps in there of that jab. Now Mekhaled shooting a straight right hand to the body and over the top of Baumgardner's jab. Getting close to Baumgardner with these right hands early on is Mekhaled. Competitive first minute. Baumgardner trying to double up the jab, but it's falling short early on. She's not sticking it through Mekhaled's guard. A good jab by Mekhaled. She out-jabbed Baumgardner there. They doubled up their jabs, and Mekhaled out of the high guard actually out-jabbed Baumgardner there. Baumgardner getting put on her heels a little bit here now. Check hook by Baumgardner just off, and she actually eats the right hand over the top of her check hook. First round could be going to the challenger early on. 30 seconds left in this first round. Baumgardner not accurate early on. Double jab gets parried by Mekhaled. Jab falls short for Baumgardner. Baumgardner on that back foot. They trade jabs. Baumgardner shooting that jab up again. Mekhaled lets her jab go. Now Baumgardner switching southpaw. Switches back orthodox. That straight right hand over the top of her jab. Mekhaled is looking for it and close with it. Now Baumgardner makes her miss that straight right hand and pops her head up with a jab. And that's it for round one. A close round where Baumgardner did dictate but wasn't as accurate with her up jab as you like to see. And Mekhaled did land a right hand once or twice over the top of that low left hand she likes to keep at her hip. Close first round. That could have went to the challenger. Close first round. Very close first round. I'm tempted to give it to the challenger because, to my eyes, she did land that right hand over the top of that low left of Baumgardner a couple times, and she was able to jab with Baumgardner and make her fall short with her jab pretty often. I'll give it 10-9 to Mekhaled or Mekhaled. I'm going to call her Mekhaled, folks. Give me some break here. What Rapstar Boxing Knowledge back in the house says, big shout out to Sean from the UK. Much love, Rapstar. Thank you for joining again, brother. So let's see. I see you guys talking about the Tommy Fury Jake Paul fight. We'll touch on that maybe in between fights. But Baumgardner not as sharp in round one as she was against Mikaela Mayer. Here we go, round two now, getting started. Baumgardner picking that left hand up a little bit to start round two, not keeping it by the hip like we're so used to her doing. Picks that left hand up a little bit. Mekhaled on the front foot. Baumgardner stepping over. Shoots her jab. Now she drops that left hand down low again. Shoots the jab and the straight right hand, but Mekhaled smothers her into the clinch. Baumgardner taking half steps back. Gets her jab blocked. Again, those hands are low now. Oh, they trade jabs. Both got it in good that time. Mekhaled jabbing from the high guard. Baumgardner from her hip. In the center of the ring. Baumgardner touching with the jab, steps over to her left. In the center of the ring, touching with her jab. Now she lands the jab after touching with it a couple times. Steps over to her left, staying in the center of the ring. Baumgardner dropping that left hand low again. Shoots off a 1-2-1, and that speed letting her get off first. Not landing perfectly clean, but getting in. Now a right hand over the top of Mekhaled's jab lands for Baumgardner. Mekhaled blocking the sweeping right hand, comes back with her own straight right hand. Now she tries to get to Baumgardner's body with a right hand and tries to finish up a combination up top, but Baumgardner holds. Baumgardner holding Mekhaled into the corner, into the ropes. Ref breaks him apart. Baumgardner probably a little ahead this round. Good jab to the body by Baumgardner. Touch straight right hand landing for Mekhaled though. She's staying on top of Baumgardner. Touches her with a jab and a right hand again. Baumgardner coming back with a check hook. Baumgardner with a left hook. Mekhaled dips a right hand to the body. Ooh, now a sweeping right hand sets up a hard left hook to the body for Baumgardner. Another left hook to the body for Baumgardner inside. Baumgardner touching with the jab, trying to sweep the right hand, but it gets blocked. She gets hit by a right hand, and now Mekhaled comes back with a double left hook. Hook to the body, hook to the head. Baumgardner touching her with straight shots as Mekhaled tries to come in. Just touching her, not sitting down on him. Touching her with those straight line shots, 1-2. Right uppercut misses for Baumgardner, but then she lands a straight right hand after Mekhaled blocks the right uppercut and the left hook. And that's a good round. Baumgardner wins that round. But Mekhaled is competitive. She looks already taking some deep breaths, heading back to her corner in the second. Maybe it was those two flush left hooks to the body by Baumgardner. Baumgardner not as accurate up top as usual, so then she dropped down a couple left hooks to the body, and they were beautiful, and I think they got Mekhaled's attention. So I'm going to call it 19-19, 1-1. Oliver Brahman says, fraud, clickbait king. Oliver, I got to tell you, brother, can you read? Because it says Baumgardner versus Mekhaled and Serrano versus Cruz, round by round commentary and live watch party. That's exactly what we're doing. I'm live. I'm doing a round by round commentary, and people are watching along, having a little party with us. I don't know. We're not saying it's Baumgardner versus Mekhaled, Serrano versus Cruz full fight highlights. We're saying in the title, my man, it's a round by round. So who's up? Zolo boys, it's tied 1-1. Yep, Mekhaled winning that first round, Baumgardner winning the second, but Mekhaled touched Baumgardner with that right hand a couple of times in the second. She landed as well. All right, round 3, and here we go. Mekhaled staying on that front foot with the high guard, lands her jab twice. Baumgardner taking little steps. That straight right hand lands for Baumgardner. That should be a knockdown. Another right hand lands, and down goes Mekhaled. Mekhaled trying to exchange right hands with Baumgardner. And that's Baumgardner's best shot, and she placed it in on her beautifully. And down goes Mekhaled in the third. She's up. Ref telling her to come to her. Let's see if Baumgardner tries to put together combinations. Baumgardner missing with a right hand. Puts together a 1-2. Another 1-2. Now the right hand lands on the 1-2. Baumgardner letting go of a combination. Left hook to the body. Left hook up top. Another left hook lands for Baumgardner. Another combination, and down goes Mekhaled for the second knockdown. Minute left in the third. She's up and bouncing around, but looking dejected a little bit already. 2 knockdowns this round for Alycia Baumgardner. Straight right hand lands for Baumgardner. Mekhaled hurt in the corner. Left hook again for Baumgardner. Couple of body shots. Left hook up top. Another left hook up top. Mekhaled just covering up and trying to block the onslaught. Couple of body shots. Another right hand. Down goes Mekhaled, but not a knockdown this time. 30 seconds left. Lead left hook for Baumgardner. Another left hook to the body after that lead hook up top. Baumgardner smothering Mekhaled, making her miss her right hand over the top. Baumgardner switches southpaw, switches back orthodox, stays on top of Mekhaled. Big left hook off a touch right hand, sets it up. 15 seconds left. Mekhaled might make it through the round, but it's not looking good. Straight right hand and she blocks it. Uppercut in for Alycia Baumgardner. Mekhaled getting her hands up to block, but some of the punches getting through. Baumgardner not able to finish her. Has to weave and dip around. Finishes with a nice 1-2 up top and a left hook to the body for round 3. Dominant round 3 for Baumgardner. 2 rounds to 1. And with the 2 knockdowns, that makes it a 10-7 round. We got to call it 29-26 for Baumgardner after 3 rounds. Good job by Baumgardner, just walking her into the straight right hand. They exchanged. They were being rangy, exchanging at long range, and Baumgardner got in that straight right hand better than she did and dropped her. Hey, what's up? Barney Maurice, Barney saying FightHype time traveling. Old school commentary is awesome. Hope Teddy come in for comments. Yeah, Teddy Atlas got to come in with us, man. KSI fanboy saying when Baumgardner throws that right straight, the Mekhaled's guard usually goes down to counter the jab, so the right hook switch all the way hits the ear. Going next level with your analysis there, brother. Sec Metal Physical says appreciate the commentary. You got it, brother. Happy to do it. Oh, ref gonna take a look now at Mekhaled. Okay, and they're gonna resume action. Here we go, round 4. Baumgardner with that bounce in her feet. Starts with that left hand low, right hand cocked near her chest. Bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down as Baumgardner holding her ground. Now she steps over to her right, keeping that bounce in her feet. Now she plants those feet a little bit, shoots that up jab, it gets blocked. Baumgardner settling her feet down a little bit now, keeping her feet planted in front of Mekhaled, but that straight right hand has Mekhaled more timid to come straight in now. Jab lands for Baumgardner through the center. Baumgardner taunting a little bit with her right hand, telling her, yeah, basically as if to say, come on, walk in. I got the right hand waiting for you. And Mekhaled knows it, and she is not walking in. Now Mekhaled throws a jab, another jab. First jab lands, second one falls short. Baumgardner trying to walk her in and set her up. Baumgardner, like a cobra ready to strike. Really with that back foot planted, just dying for Mekhaled to take a chance so she can let it go. Mekhaled not taking the bait, shoots a jab, keeping on the outside. Wary of overcommitting so she doesn't get countered. Baumgardner not throwing a lot of punches this round, selling out and waiting on the counter and not getting anything to counter. They trade jabs. Good jab by Mekhaled. Straight right hand from Mekhaled. Mekhaled getting away from a straight right hand by Baumgardner and letting her hands go in combination. Baumgardner maybe going to have to ditch sitting down on that big right hand for now and get back to boxing because Mekhaled is not walking in. Boxing at centering. Good up jab by Baumgardner. Another good up jab by Baumgardner. She steps off to her left. Another up jab by Baumgardner. Now she hooks off that jab beautifully. Does a sweeping right hand twice. Second one gets in for Baumgardner. Nice right hand over the top for Baumgardner. Good footwork and defense by Baumgardner. Stepping, pivoting out to her left to get away from a straight right hand. Gets away from that straight right hand again by pivoting off to her left. Good jab by Mekhaled, and that's it for round 4. Competitive round. I'll still give it to Baumgardner. She wasn't as active as she was in the third round. Kind of sold out in the first half of that round waiting for the big right hand, but I still thought she did enough to win it. 3 rounds to 1 Baumgardner. Joseph Pinnock gives me the 5. Thank you, Joseph, for the 5. Trust me, brother, we need every dollar we could get in today's world. So, Joseph, appreciate you for the 5. He says, W watch party. Appreciate it, man. Orange Relman saying, or Relram saying, nice commentary, watching from the UK. Shout out, brother. Thank you, Orange. Major Key Boxing, salute to you too, my man. So, Jeffrey Jarrett, they did not stop it, brother. They let it continue. Mekhaled not going quietly into the night. She was smart there. Not too brave for her own good. You know, she knew that Baumgardner was waiting on walking her into the right hand, so she didn't walk in. She probably didn't win the round because of that, but she lives to see another round, and she can make adjustments from there. Round 5, here we go. Baumgardner in control of this fight right now. Taking little baby steps over to her right. Now she steps in, pawing with that double jab. Mekhaled keeping her high guard. Straight right hand touches Baumgardner. Not a lot of power on it that time from Mekhaled. Baumgardner has been touched up in this fight. Good combination by Mekhaled. Not all of those landing, but she stepped inside. Now a right hand lands from Mekhaled. Baumgardner stepping back in to try and return fire, but Mekhaled with a decent first 30 seconds of this round. Now a sweeping right hand to the body for Baumgardner. Mekhaled tries to step in, and she actually walks into his jab. Now Mekhaled stepping in with some combinations. Baumgardner coming back to her body, though. Switching southpaw for a second. Measuring her with that lead right hand and digging to the body with a left hook, right hook to the body. Oh, straight right hand lands for Baumgardner, but... and then a left hook as they were exchanging punches. Mekhaled, tough girl, takes the right hand, tries the punch in combination, and now she's opening up. Gets caught with a left hook in between of her punches. Good stuff by Baumgardner there. Baumgardner picking her hands up a little bit, touching and measuring. Then she drops that left hand again, taking little steps to her right in the center of the ring. They trade jabs. Mekhaled getting the jab in that time. Baumgardner dipping underneath 2 jabs, falls into a clinch. 40 seconds left. They get separated. Mekhaled staying forward, letting go of right hands, but Baumgardner with good defense getting underneath them and countering to the body. Baumgardner, nice right uppercut in between Mekhaled's punches in the center of the ring. Mekhaled trying to measure with a double jab, shoots a hard right uppercut but falls well short with it. Now Baumgardner dips her head out to the left, moves her feet to the left and gets underneath that right hand. A little Roy Jones-esque there. Makes her miss again with the straight right hand, moving her head off to the left, getting her head off the line. She counters Mekhaled with a hook as Mekhaled opening up, taking chances again. After not taking chances in round 4, Mekhaled opened up and took chances in round 5, but that was maybe the best defensive round for Baumgardner. She had a lot of good head movement there and punched in between Mekhaled's punches with some body shots, checked her with a hook. That was another round for Baumgardner. I got it 4-1 for Alycia Baumgardner. Amanda Serrano warming up in the dressing room. She's cut up and ready to go. Looks in tremendous shape for the fight. And she just looks more natural at 126. Looking at her in the dressing room, her body looks better at 26 than she does at 35. At 35, she's a blown-up featherweight. Tonight, she's fighting where her body's probably should be at featherweight. Much love from Melbourne, Australia, says Antonio Vape Traffic. Much love, man. That dude said, once again, Errol the Peril Spence, #1 welterweight in the world, strap season. I do want to see... KSI Fanboy says, I do want to see Serrano versus Katie Taylor rematch because Katie would probably win that rematch. What channel is this on? This is on DAZN, Sweet Sita. All right, round 6, and we begin again. Baumgardner in control of this fight. Good left hook, right hook to the body, and then tries to finish up with something hard up top for Baumgardner to start. Baumgardner letting go of combinations to start round 6. Baumgardner, not usually a big combination puncher, likes to place her shots 2 or 3 at a time, but she lets go of combinations, gets checked by a left hook by Mekhaled. Baumgardner maybe smelling blood, letting go of combinations, not terribly accurate with these combinations to start round 6. Now Baumgardner settles down back in the center of the ring. They trade jabs. Baumgardner's getting the better of it there. Up jab versus the jab out of the high guard. Baumgardner touching with the jab, gets a right uppercut blocked. Mekhaled missing a right hand, hitting the shoulder of Baumgardner as she dips her chin away. Fall into a clinch. Minute left in this 6th. King asks, who's winning? It's Baumgardner in control of the fight right now. She got 2 knockdowns in the 3rd round over Mekhaled. Mekhaled trying to feint a little bit. Bounce up and down. Baumgardner composed and calm, taking her little steps over to the left. Shoots a straight right hand to the body, and they get into a clinch. Another Baumgardner round thus far. Measuring with the left, touches with the right. Just touch it, measuring with the left. Good jab lands for Mekhaled as Baumgardner was trying to measure her. Now they exchange punches. Baumgardner getting the better of it. They both open up, but Baumgardner got in her straight right hand and left hook. Now she touches her with a right hand again and the little left hook to the body as Mekhaled falls into the clinch after that left hook to the body. Baumgardner keeping that right hand cocked by her chin and that left hand low and swinging by her hip, kind of like Roy used to do. Now she drops the right hand and the left hand, both hands at her waist. Feints, falls short with the jab, and that's it for round 6. I got it 5 rounds to 1 Baumgardner. And then with the 2 knockdowns, 59-53. So it got Baumgardner up 6 points. She's definitely way ahead. Warrior 84-ish says Baumgardner looks tired, in my opinion, more than she should be. Making 130 could be a toll. I don't think so. I think Baumgardner doesn't fight at a great pace, and that's something Mikaela Mayer thought she was going to be able to prevail with. She thought she could win the fight because Baumgardner would fade in the second half of the fight, and Mikaela indeed did come on, but then Baumgardner held on strong enough in that last round or two to win that fight. So Baumgardner's not a girl who fights at a great pace. She's going to take a round off here and there. I just think that's kind of the fighter she is. Canelo's that way. Tank fights in spurts. Sometimes these explosive fighters who throw bombs, that takes a lot of energy out of you when you're really throwing that bomb, when you're really, letting go with that explosive mixture of speed and power, and especially when you don't land, when you hit nothing but air, that'll get you tired quickly. So sometimes I wonder, people like Baumgardner, Tank, Canelo, part of why they fight in spurts is every punch they throw has, maximum oomph on it. Oh, big right hand, big left hook for Alycia Baumgardner. Right hand lands again. She is walking her into the right hand, left hook. Now she follows up with combinations. Mekhaled badly hurt, getting pummeled into the rope with combinations by Baumgardner. Straight right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. Just clinic by Baumgardner. Mekhaled still game and still upright, but she is getting beaten from pillar to post to start round 7 and on shaky legs, but she holds. Little over a minute left in the 7th. Can Baumgardner get her out of there? You gotta love from Baumgardner that she's looking for the stoppage. She's in control of the fight, but not just looking to coast to the card. She wants to close the show. Baumgardner taking those deep breaths. She spent a lot of energy throwing those combinations in minute number 1, and now she's resetting herself, making Mekhaled fall short with a jab and a straight right hand. Mekhaled is tough. Weathered a big storm from Baumgardner in that first minute. Baumgardner not letting her hands go now. Good right hook to the body by Mekhaled as Baumgardner taking a breather. Mekhaled turns her in a clinch. 30 seconds left in this 7th round. Baumgardner with another big round. Measures with that lead, or measures with the right hand. Touches with the, measuring again with the right hand. Just putting it out there to touch Mekhaled's gloves and know where she is. Now she throws a hard right hook to the body out of the orthodox stance. They trade jabs center of the ring. Baumgardner, hard left hook to the body, beautifully set up by touching with the right hand up top, and then she brings the left hook to the body twice. Baumgardner showing a new wrinkle in her game tonight with that left hook to the body. Hasn't really shown that before. Oh, good combination by Mekhaled to close the round. Hard right hand to the body, but that's another Baumgardner round. 6 rounds to 1 on my card. 69-62 Baumgardner. Mekhaled, very game, but I think the coach is starting to take a good look at her in the corner. She took a lot of punishment in that first half of that 7th round. 3 pumps says punching bag. She was for about 60 seconds there in the 7th. She's a very tough girl. Her coach, I think, is telling her, look, you can't continue to take punishment this way. You got to change the momentum of this fight somehow. But Mekhaled, very game. I'm a little on delay, am I? Let me if I'm a little on delay, let me try and refresh. Sometimes you got to do that. One moment, folks. All right, I should be good. I didn't move up any further. Harrison showing up in her style, says AJ. Good stuff. I think Tony could be a great trainer. Tony had that sneaky left hook to the body. He's this fast guy on the outside like Alycia, so you don't think of the left hook to the body, but watch that Charlo rematch with Harrison in the middle rounds. He was throwing a beautiful left hook to the body. All right, back in round 8, 20 seconds into it. Not much to start the round. Baumgardner reminding me of Roy Jones with her stance sometimes. Right hand by the chin, left hand swaying by her knee, by the hip. A little bit like that. Definitely throws more jabs than Roy Jones, and a little bit more technical than Roy Jones, because Roy didn't need to be as technical. He was just a 1 in a trillion athlete specimen. Not a lot of action in the first minute here in the 8th. Baumgardner keeping that right hand cocked, and Mekhaled not very wary of it, not just walking in. Keep trying to box on the outside, even though she has to get a knockout at this point. But Mekhaled knows she risks getting knocked out doing that. Up jab from Baumgardner. A little less than a minute in the round now. Not a whole lot of action this round. Double jab from Baumgardner. Nice. They trade jabs, and Baumgardner sticks it in that chin through the high guard. Double jab from Baumgardner again, touching up with the jab, makes her miss a right uppercut with her feet, stepped out of range. Now she steps back in range. Beautiful jab through the center of Mekhaled's guard. Right hand to the body, sets up a slapping left hook up top for Baumgardner. Now a left hook to the body. Mekhaled coming back. Oh, good left hook by Mekhaled and a right hand by Mekhaled. Baumgardner coming back with a left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body. Right hand left hook to the body by Baumgardner. Another left hook to the body. What I tell you about that left hook to the body, folks? Right hand to the body, left hook to the body. The body snatcher, Baumgardner. Alycia, the body snatcher, Baumgardner. All right, last 10 seconds of round 8. Baumgardner with a beautiful body attack in the last 30 seconds of that round. She continues to dominate this fight, 7 rounds to 1, 79-71. Alycia Baumgardner. Donald Frank, thank you so much, brother, for the 10. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the commentary, my man. The 10, definitely, like I told my man who donated 5 earlier, could use every dollar these days with inflation and whatnot. So appreciate you. I think we're good. I think we're good, BT, because you said round just ended, and it ended just as I saw your comment. So I think we're good. Baumgardner reading her body, impressive. What do you mean, Lucius Tate? Expand on that. Expand on that. Meaning reading her body. If she's gonna do this, I do that. Adjusting to whatever she sees her opponent do, that kind of thing. Yeah, she's smart, man, and I think she has a burgeoning trainer in Tony Harrison. I don't expect Tony to actually beat Tim Tszyu in Australia next month, but I do think if Tony wants to, he could become one of the best trainers in boxing. Here we go in round 9. He carries with him that knowledge that was passed down from guys like Emmanuel, all those great trainers that came out of the Kronk. His father was a great trainer, and that great training is showing up tonight for Alycia Baumgardner, who's in complete firm control in round 9. And her defense got better as this fight went along. Baumgardner was getting touched up a little bit early in this fight. Oh, good, just as I say that, stiff jab lands for Mekhaled, but then she eats a tough jab, almost a get-back jab from Baumgardner. She sat down on that one. Oh, good jab from Mekhaled. Baumgardner measuring, touching with both hands. Shoots off a 1-2-3, but good defense by Mekhaled with the high guard. Actually blocked that 1-2-3 by Baumgardner. Baumgardner pawing with the right hand, gets hit with a straight right hand while she's pawing with her own. But it has no effect on Baumgardner. Not worried about that power at all. Good jab to the body by Baumgardner. Mekhaled fighting a smart fight despite getting dominated. Good left hand by Mekhaled as Baumgardner was trying to measure in the center of the ring. Oh, good right hand by Mekhaled off the left hook. Set it up. Now Baumgardner getting some get back, stepping into the body with a right hand and left hook to the body. Baumgardner getting caught sometimes when she's measuring and pawing with her punches, touching the gloves of Mekhaled to set up something big. Mekhaled actually having a good round, winning this 9th round. Oh, good left hook on the inside by Mekhaled lands against Baumgardner. Baumgardner getting caught in these exchanges this round. Baumgardner a little weary. Maybe that left hook got her attention a little bit because she got a little arm weary with those body shots. 20 seconds left in the round. Mekhaled winning her first round on my card since the first. Mekhaled missing with a right hand. Baumgardner a little tired falling into the clinch. 10 seconds left. Right uppercut lands for Mekhaled. Oh, right hand lands for Mekhaled. And then a left hook and another right hand. Baumgardner tired on the inside with her body shots. And that was a good... Now Baumgardner lands a hard right hand off a touch jab. But it was a tired right hand that time for Baumgardner. Gave that round to Mekhaled. She is weary. Stumbling around in the corner despite winning the 9th. Tough woman. 7 rounds to 2. I gave her the first and I gave her the 9th. 7 rounds to 2. 88-81 for Alycia Baumgardner. So, let's see here. Neil asked, am I still in touch with Demi Moore? No, I am not, Neil. We divorced in the mid-2000s. I married my longtime girlfriend that I had my premiere show at that 70s show. You know, we debuted back in 98, or 99, actually. It was the Super Bowl 99, Broncos-Falcons. Me and Mila Kunis really hit it off. You know, we did the Hollywood thing. She got with some dudes. I got with some girls, including Demi Moore. But to answer your question, Neil, I am not with Demi Moore anymore. Okay, so let's see. Baumgardner is tired, says AJ. She was tired that round. Here we go, round 10 now. Final round. Baumgardner, unless she gets knocked out, will become the first ever undisputed 130-pound super featherweight champion in female boxing history. So she is less than 2 minutes away from making history. Starting with that up jab. Oh, stiff jab lands for Mekhaled against a little bit more tired Baumgardner now. Mekhaled showing great toughness, good footwork, getting her right foot on the outside of Baumgardner's lead foot to land a couple of stiff jabs here. Baumgardner pawing and touching with the jab, Good jab and straight right hand for Mekhaled. Nice 1-2 for Mekhaled. She smothers Baumgardner's work, steps inside. Good left hook for Mekhaled. Knocks the sweat off of Baumgardner's head. Baumgardner holding her head, gloves up a little bit, staying on the inside. Maybe wants to get to that body again. And she does. Right hand, left hook to the body. But Mekhaled a little sharper and fresher in round 10. Despite getting beat up a lot in this fight. Straight right hand to the body for Mekhaled. Baumgardner touching with the right hand. She misses a sweeping right hand over the top. Looking more tired. Mekhaled letting go of combinations in close and lands a straight right hand off a 1-2-1-2. Baumgardner tired. Baumgardner landing a left hook and out. Left hook to the body by Baumgardner in close and phone booth range. Another left hook in close for Baumgardner. Lands up top this time. I think that rocked Mekhaled a little bit, but she's fighting through it. Right hand, left hand to the body by Baumgardner in close. Right uppercut by Baumgardner. Down goes Mekhaled, but the ref calls it a slip. She was a little off balance, but I felt that should have been a knockdown. Right uppercut again for Baumgardner. Left hook for Baumgardner. The 4-3. Left hook to the body for Baumgardner. She is letting go of the bombs. Mekhaled letting go of combinations but not landing. Left hook to the body again for Baumgardner. Baumgardner digging to the body. Left hook up top. Mekhaled hit with another left hook up top after she misses a right uppercut. Baumgardner just digging to finish round 10, but Mekhaled won't go down. Big round for Baumgardner. Down the stretch after Mekhaled had a good first minute in the 10th, Baumgardner closed the show. Mekhaled took a lot of punishment, 8 rounds to 2 on my card, 98-90, 2 knockdowns in the 3rd round. I thought she should have got a knockdown off that right uppercut in round 10, and that'll do it. Baumgardner, dominant performance, got touched up a little bit early. Then she dropped Mekhaled twice in the 3rd, gained control of the fight. Mekhaled was game, took a beating. Then in round 9, Mekhaled came on strong, won that round, opened the round 10 strong, but then got busted up. Great body work by Alycia Baumgardner, who found a new wrinkle in her game tonight. She doesn't just have a good up jab, doesn't just walk you into that right hand we all know, and doesn't just have a left hook up top. She showed tonight a new weapon, body attack. She is a good body puncher. So... Oh, Neil, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having a good time with my response. Thank you, man. Lucius Tate says, Baumgardner, terrible conditioning. I wouldn't say that, Lucius, because she regains her wind over and over again multiple times throughout the fight. You know, she's good at doing that. And again, I think like Canelo, like Tank, like Joshua, these fighters that really, commit, have that, really commit to those hooks and those up. They throw them with everything on them. That takes something out of you. You can't throw 80, 90, 100 punches around throwing nothing but bombs. That's why they're kind of economic with their punch selection. And when they miss and you hit nothing but air and you're fully committing to a bomb like that, that's how you need a breather quickly. So her conditioning isn't the best, but Mikaela Mayer's conditioning is the best, and Alicia's was good enough to get the job done against Mikaela Mayer. So I can't go all the way with you there, brother. But I get your point. Her conditioning isn't the best, but to me it's definitely good enough. And she knows how to regain 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th wins. Osama bin Jordan said, hey, good commentary. Appreciate it, brother. School of Skills says, good commentary. Appreciate that, brother. Next up is Serrano versus Cruz. I think this is just going to be a war. I think we got the more technical fight here. Although there was good action. What I love from Baumgardner in this fight, is she didn't coast. She kept trying to close the show. She kept trying to get the knockout. And as a female fighter, fighting for opportunities, to keep getting these kind of opportunities, fighting in front of the Garden, you got to be exciting. And that's why Serrano has been exciting. And I think that's part of why Serrano's been getting hit a little bit more the last 2 or 3 years, because she's trying to also fight in a crowd-pleasing style. I think that's naturally who she is. She's a great body puncher, an aggressive combination puncher. But I think she's doing it just that much more, knowing she's, as a female fighter, I got to be entertaining. It's already hard enough to get attention to the sport for us, so we got to put on a show as well. Baumgardner getting the unanimous decision over Mekhaled. Yep, wide unanimous decision coming in. It's official now. Alycia Baumgardner, the first ever undisputed super featherweight champion in women's boxing history. Mikaela Mayer clapping, a little golf clap ringside, mixing in salt with praise. 50-50. Mikaela Mayer was not a hater in terms of, she said Choi would duck her. She did. She said Baumgardner would win tonight and become undisputed. She did. We got to see that rematch. Between Baumgardner and Mayer. They gave us such a great lead up, and they gave us a great technical high-speed chess match too. I would love to see that fight. I think Mayer this time understands, I can't box with this girl. Mayer, tall, American Olympian, 5'9", excellent jab herself. She had to find out the hard way by losing a close fight with Baumgardner that I got to go after her 2 minutes of every round for all 10. I almost said 3 minutes of every round, right? I got to stay on top of her Mexican style. Mayer early on thought she could box with Baumgardner at long range and found out she couldn't. And then she started to pick up the aggressiveness, pick up the pace, and she got herself back into the fight. And then Baumgardner held on at the end to win. But that would be a great rematch. I would love to see it. I actually think Baumgardner, she should, if Taylor and Serrano aren't going to face each other in the rematch, but they are, but if they weren't, then Baumgardner deserves to face either one of them, whether it be Serrano moving up from 26 to 30 or her moving up from 30 to 35. But it looks like they'll fight each other. How amazing would it be if in Dublin, when they have that rematch, Serrano and Taylor, if on the co-main it was Baumgardner and Mayer? That would be incredible, I think. Corsario Aguirre. Hope I got the name right there. Like Mark Aguirre, who played small forward for the Pistons when they won with the Bad Boy Pistons. Thank you for the $5, brother. Cheers from Austin, Texas. Great commentary, so much knowledge, and I loved your Salvador Sanchez video. Thank you, brother. That Salvador Sanchez video was a lot of work for 5,000-6,000 views, but it was a passion project. I really love Salvador. I think even he has a great Hall of Fame resume, even with him getting taken down at 23 years old before his prime. Wilfredo Gomez, Azuma Nelson, Danny Little Red Lopez. He was something else. So I thank you for that $5, Corsario. Appreciate it. So KO the God says, I feel Baumgardner would beat Mikaela Mayer more convincingly in a rematch. You might be right. History probably agrees with you a little bit. Oh, wait, what was she saying? Hold on, I got it. Wait, what was she saying about the rematch? What was she saying? Hold on. Dang. Ben, help me out, brother. What did Alycia say? What did they say in the post-fight, Ben? Help me out, please, in the chat. So history would probably agree with you, KO the God, because in the rematch, Ward versus Kovalev, for example, comes to mind recently. The boxer over the aggressive fighter, Mayweather Maidana too. The boxer over the aggressive fighter usually makes the adjustments and wins the second fight more cleanly than he won the first fight, or in this case, she. So I think history tends to agree with you, but I think Mikaela can't be underestimated either, because she understands now the kind of fight she has to fight from round one. She has to beat her with work rate. She's not going to beat Baumgardner punch for punch. She's going to have to take one to throw two or three kind of fight. And maybe, like you said, that winds up getting her beat even more convincingly, gives Baumgardner even more opportunities to get off counter shots, or maybe Mikaela can overwhelm her and make her pay a little bit for fighting in spurts a little bit. Maybe Mayer can beat her on conditioning and will, but history tends to favor the boxer. So I hear what you're saying, KO. Alycia just said she's gonna knock her the fuck out. No real talk other than saying they gotta do the rematch. Woo! Okay, all right. Well, I'd love to hear that. Let's see it. And I like that from Baumgardner because you did win that fight. I scored it 6-4 for Baumgardner. You won that fight. It was close but clear. But as a champion, with as competitive a fight as it was, and as much eyeballs as it drew, and as good as the build-up is, and the fact that Mikaela, she was the A side and did give you an opportunity. At that point, by knocking out Terry Harper, you had your own buzz too. So you definitely brought something to the table. You brought the glamour belt to the table, the WBC. But give Mikaela her rematch and leave no doubt. Go ahead and try and knock her out. You'll have a great opportunity to knock her out because I think Mikaela's going to come, for lack of putting it, lack of being more nuanced with it. She's going to come Mexican style, and I think fight number 1 was a really good high-speed chess match. Fight number 2, it might be a little bit more of a fight, of a war. We'll see. My man Fighter IQ. Fighter IQ, I want to know, did you hit back in the day as a DJ? That's what I want to know. Did you hit? Oh, no, of course not. No, you didn't. Let's see. AJ. Osama bin Jordan says, AJ, no one wants to see that again? I want to see it again. 3 pumps. Giving the big shout out to Ricardo Finito Lopez. I hear you. All the Salvador Sanchez talk made you feel like you had to mention another great underrated Mexican fighter. Evander Holyfields says we got to get this guy a better mic. Start a GoFundMe. My bad, man. This looks professional. It should work well, but I hear you, brother. Thanks for holding up and managing with me. Ward won by punching Kovalev's nuts. Keep it real, Sean. Redeeming the time. Look, that's not... Nah, man. He was sharpshooting Kovalev. He was more accurate. He was... Ward showed up as twice the fighter he did it. And I thought Kovalev won that first fight. So don't get me wrong. I'm not dick riding. I thought Kovalev won that first fight. That 10th round where Kovalev wobbled Ward with a jab should have been enough to win the 10th round. And the judges wound up scoring it for Ward. And that was the 1 point difference. That was a poorly scored 10th round that kind of like the 12th round of Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor won, that cost Hopkins the belt, the 12th rounds when he should have won it. But that being said, Ward just showed up twice the fighter. He mixed in his inside game more, along with the sharpshooting on the outside, and then that big right hand landed, and Kovalev was gassed at that point. Those punches were borderline, but I think at that point, Kovalev was done. Ward was ahead on the cards. It was a competitive fight, but Kovalev was a lot more inaccurate in fight number 2, and Ward was punching in between his punches beautifully, knocking his head up, kind of doing what I do in Undisputed. So, so that's how I see that. Virgil versus Staniosis asked Don Carlos. Virgil all day. No hesitation. Virgil all day. Staniosis is good, but Virgil has seen a Staniosis before when he fought Mean Machine. Staniosis is undefeated. Mean Machine had already been knocked out by Terrence Crawford, so a lot of times you knock a guy out once, a little easier to do it the second time. So I know that, but they're from the same country, I believe, Mean Machine and Staniosis. Virgil has seen this style before. He's going to be that much more prepared a second time around going up against it. And it's going to be mano a mano, 2 trains colliding, but Virgil's a little bigger than Staniosis. He punches harder than Staniosis. I think he's more of a combination puncher than Staniosis, and most importantly, he has a much better jab than Staniosis. Staniosis has a good power jab, but Virgil has a beautiful power double jab. Very underrated jab for Virgil Ortiz. I got Virgil all day in that fight. Sean, how do you see Keyshawn and Kid Austin? Kid Austin needs to settle down on his fundamentals because he's a tremendous talent. He was getting touched a little bit with shots he didn't need to be touched with. He doesn't love his jab. He's more trying to walk you into power shots and do athletic moves. But if he got the fundamentals to go along with all that talent, Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield has a tremendous future. Keyshawn has those fundamentals that I'm talking about. And Keyshawn, in the last couple of fights, has been funner and funner to watch. He's been letting his hands go, kind of finding out his identity, that you're not a pop shot artist. You know, you're a great body puncher. You're a good combination puncher. Go and get him. Be a little more active. And Keyshawn has been more active. I've been happy to see that. Evander Holyfield says, if anyone wants smoke and undisputed, hit me. All right, we might have to get that in soon, man. Because I'm 13-0. I'm undefeated at undisputed right now on ranked. Sean, would you, redeeming the time, said, Sean, would you fight Luis Alcaraz Pineda? We've been wanting you to fight him in a Misfits card for a while now. Show me the money. I hope you're not trying to throw me in there with a damn killer. I don't train box. I had a couple amateur fights back in the day, but I don't train like that anymore. I need a training camp, and I would like to see some tape on who you're trying to get me in the ring with, but show me the money and let's make it happen. 3 Pumps says facts. What about Fundora versus Lubin again? Worth the time? Asked light skinned James. Let Lubin bounce back, man, and get his feet planted in the ground again. That was a war. He may never be the same because of the kind of war that was with Fundora. Let Lubin just get his feet wet and get back in that ring and knock the rust off before we throw him in there with Fundora again. We got to see what he's got left. Erickson Lubin, who's always been an excellent talent, but just a little, not the most durable guy. Although he held up to a lot of punishment before succumbing against Fundora, but yeah. And we're getting ready for main event time. Both fighters set to make their ring walks in just a moment now, so I'll keep answering some questions. What are your thoughts on Plant versus Benavidez? We've had a couple of lives recently on my thoughts on Benavidez Plant, so if you really want me to go in depth, to save me the spiel right now, go back and watch my assessment on Plant and Benavidez. We got 2 lives in the last 7 days where I'm talking about it. It's in the title, so if you want to check out really me in depth on Plant and Benavidez. But long story short, I think all the signs in the press conference were negative for David Benavidez. Lots of bad foreshadowing for David Benavidez in that press conference. Overconfident, dismissive of his opponent, emotional, letting his emotions get the best of him. That's not a good concoction for him on fight night. But that said, I still favor him to win that fight by stoppage in the second half. Plant, I think, will do tremendous early on. But once David finds his range in rounds 3 or 4, I think that's where the fight begins to change after a good start for Caleb Plant. I think it's competitive once Caleb finds his range. But then after, around round 7 or round 6, 7, 8, I think 7 and 8, David will begin to take over. And again, I really don't love the signs I'm seeing from David in that first press conference, but I'm sticking to my guns. I still think Benavidez gets him in the second half of that fight. Redeeming the time, how would you describe your boxing style? Amateurish. Rusty. No, I when I boxed and sparred a lot, my style was pretty much kind of like Winky Wright was a guy that was easy for me to emulate, because what Winky did was just fundamentally sound. He kept the high guard, threw that jab, came in behind the jab, and then Winky was a good inside fighter. He'd step in and go to your body. I pretty much just fought behind a high guard, would try to catch coming in, fight behind my jab, and then I liked once you let me in there into the phone booth, I just like to dig body head. My trainer Augie Sanchez, who fought Floyd Mayweather 4 times in the amateurs, beat him once. Augie always was do the Tyson. That's the combo he always wanted on the inside, which was hook to the body, come with the uppercut. Hook to the body, come with the uppercut. And that was probably my best punch, was the right uppercut. So, but I mean, I wasn't really nice with it like that. In my gym at Barry's Boxing, we had guys ranked in the top 10. I wasn't in the top 8 or 9 best fighters in the gym, maybe not even top 10, but I had a couple amateur fights. Thanks for asking. Let's see here. Jake versus Tommy. Gotta give the edge to Jake. He commits to his punches. Tommy's afraid of what's coming back. he tries to get switched back to defense before he's even fully committed to the shot, and both guys doing that, both guys stepping in with their shots. I think Jake's going to really commit to his, has his feet underneath him, and that makes him a better puncher than Tommy Fury. But Tommy Fury, man, put it together, brother, because with your foot, you got better hand speed than Jake, you got better foot speed than Jake, and you got a better jab. But he does gas very easily, very muscle-bound guy. I've seen him huffing and puffing while barely throwing any punches in the two-minute rounds in a 6-rounder. But that said, I favor Jake Paul. He's shown more tenacity than Tommy Fury. But if Tommy Fury, man, put something together, brother, because you got the jab, you got the foot speed and the hand speed. Put something together, and you could put an end to the Jake Paul stuff. But with the kind of timidness he fights with, and the awful opposition he's fought, I mean, Jake has actually fought better opposition than him. He fought Anderson Silva, who beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who was a world champion at one point. So I gotta favor Jake, but Tommy, man, if you're watching, put together a game plan or something. You got some tools to work with to pull this thing off. When is Bivol Canelo slated? Asks his Marvelous Irv. I believe September. And I actually think that that's going to be a much better fight than the first fight. That first fight was boring, and Bivol pulls off the upset. Canelo gassed by the 6th round. I think in fight number 2, we're going to see that Canelo from the Golovkin rematch, motivated, trying to come out the gates hot, throwing more punches, constantly moving his head, emptying the gas tank, fighting at 10. But I also think Bivol, after beating Canelo and dominating Zurdo, his confidence is at an all-time high, and I feel like he's going to fight a little less tight and maybe open it up a little bit more, especially if Canelo's bringing the heat to him and trying to walk him down. I actually was talking to a friend. I could see that second fight, Canelo hurting Bivol early because Canelo comes out the gates hot and maybe hurts him to the body, and then I could see Canelo going down for the first time ever in his career. I think I could see Canelo getting knocked down against Bivol because I think Canelo's going to come with it. I think he's going to bring the heat, and when you bring the heat, you could walk into something. And I think Bivol is a little underrated, a little slept on with his punching power because he doesn't go for the knockout, but he's a strong Russian guy. I think Bivol, if you go back to when he was an up-and-comer and bombing guys out in 1 or 2 rounds, then he fought better opposition. And he fought a little more cautious. But now with him being more confident and loosened up after beating the pound-for-pound king and dominating Zurdo, I think he'll take a few more chances, especially if Canelo's coming to him for 12 rounds. I just have a feeling fight number 2 is going to be a more exciting than fight number 1. What do I think about Baumgardner versus Serrano? That's the fight they should make. Ask AFSM7799. Good question. I favor Baumgardner right now, although Baumgardner sometimes with that gas tank needing to take some moments off, Serrano's relentless. She throws a very high punch volume. She is relentless. So she's not going to get any breathers against Serrano, but Serrano's 34. Serrano has been getting touched more lately. She comes in. Baumgardner can touch her up as she comes in. Baumgardner's younger than her. I would give the edge to Baumgardner right now. I would. That's just me. Sky Davis said, did I get any rounds in with Sean's character on the Undisputed game? Thoughts on the game, if any? Yeah, I actually beat up Terrence Crawford earlier today using Sean. I beat Canelo in an unranked match with Sean. I've done some work with Sean. He's his animations are some of the best in the game in terms of being lifelike. And that doesn't surprise me because he actually went in the studio. He didn't do mocap, he told me. But they did, he was in the studio to help those guys with his character. And I think the game is still a work in progress. It's basically a glorified beta at this point. But punching in between punches, counter-punching feels really good. Distance control feels good. I think that game is on its way to being the best boxing sim ever. Maybe if you're just looking for an arcade boxing experience, Undisputed is not for you. But if you're a purist and you want a boxing sim, I think you're going to enjoy Undisputed once you get your hands on it. So there is a learning curve. It will feel wonky and funky at first. but play the game on its terms. Learn its physics engine, and it'll open up, and you'll have some fun with it. Canelo is never fighting Bivol again, says GoldenEye. I don't believe that. I think they're rematching in September, but you can hold me to it, GoldenEye, if they don't. Are they even the same weight, says Truly Mine. Yeah, Serrano fights everywhere. I mean, she fights like from 112 all the way up to 140. So Serrano is a featherweight tonight. Baumgardner's a 130-pounder. That fight shouldn't be any issue at 130. I mean, Serrano just fought Katie Taylor at 135. So here comes Serrano. Great game face coming in. Her sister, Cindy, carrying the Puerto Rico flag. Her trainer, her sister's husband, her brother-in-law beside her. And Edgar Berlanga recently came to a mutual, parting of the ways with Top Rank. He's holding the WBC and Ring Magazine titles of Amanda Serrano, ready to walk out. The queen of Puerto Rico is Edgar Berlanga. Nello has to box against Bivol. It's the only way he wins, says Murd15. Murd, I don't know. Hey, how do you box, really, against a guy who's 6 feet and you're 5'8", and he has longer arms than you? Can you really keep it on the outside? And no, I disagree, Murd15. Canelo's going to have to be the Canelo of the Golovkin rematch. Gas tank at its best. Throwing punches, throwing combinations even when he's tired. And constant head movement on the front foot. Defense on point, coming forward. He can't outbox Bivol. Bivol has a better jab than him, longer arms, bigger guy. He's going to have to be small and get underneath shots, get to that body. He had some success to Bivol's body early on, and just be the best Canelo Alvarez, because he wasn't the best Canelo Alvarez in 2022 against Golovkin or Bivol. Was that age? Was that 60 pro fights catching up with him? Was it making all that money and a little bit of a come down from becoming undisputed? I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, because I do think Canelo has got a gear beyond what we saw in 2022. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he gets beat even worse against Bivol. But Canelo's a great fighter, and I expect him to show up improved in that rematch with Bivol. Ring walk time. Yes, sir, Marvelous. You are correct. Luis Pina says Shakur versus Devin. Who wins? I give the edge to Devin Haney because he's a bigger guy. They're both excellent boxers, great hand speed. Shakur is more fundamentally sound than Devin, but Devin maybe a little more dynamic and creative, and Shakur more fundamentally sound, but Shakur started at 26, Devin started at 35. That's about 10 pounds of natural weight between the two of them. And Devin's much longer arms, taller guy. I give the edge to Haney. GoldenEye, Dude, Where's My Car all day. Love that movie. Yeah, Adam81 says, what have I missed? Well, Alycia Baumgardner got 2 knockdowns, became undisputed, pretty much dominated a very game. Mekhaled to become the first ever undisputed at 130 in women's boxing. And now here comes Amanda Serrano, pumped up, gassed up. She sold that place out, man. A lot of Boricuas came to show up and show out. Serrano with a great game face as she comes to the ring, hugs her manager, Nikisa, who's also that manager of Jake Paul, her promoter. And here she comes in with the black robe with the Puerto Rico flag along it. Fly robe, black and Puerto Rico colors. Got the Puerto Rican colors in her braids in a heart shape. Serrano playing to the crowd, a lively crowd in the Garden. She drew a good crowd. Lots of Puerto Rican flags in the audience. And she is getting, rightfully treated like Puerto Rican royalty inside the Hulu Theater at the Garden. And now the ref checks her gloves, and we're getting ready for ring introductions, and let's go. You've said that you think that Fulton Inoue could be the fight of the year. Do you think that statement holds up true regardless of who gets the W on that night? What could Inoue realistically fight at highest? Well, let's see. We might see Inoue hit the wall at 122 for all we know. That may very well be the wall. There's no way he can go to 30 in my mind. Maybe 26. Those guys get bigger at 26. So we'll see. We got to see. 22 or 26 is going to be the wall for Inoue. I don't know if I ever did say that it'd be fight of the year. Maybe I did. Maybe you're right. I know it'd be a great fight. I think who wins the fight is irrelevant to it being the fight of the year. The kind of fight it is dictates if it's a fight of the year. if Fulton wins and he does it by boxing Inoue's ear off, well then clearly that's not a fight of the year candidate. That would just be Fulton being decisive. But now that you mention this guy, I do think it'll be a great fight. You know, it could very well be a fight of the year candidate. Very close fight, but I got to give the edge to Inoue. He's fighting at home, and you favor the boxer over the power puncher, but Inoue's not just a power puncher. He's extremely athletic, and he's a good boxer too. So with Fulton being a little bit better technical boxer on that back foot, he is, but Inoue is very technically sound too. Gets away with that chin exposed sometimes, but he has good reflexes and very, very, very good athleticism and hand speed and quick feet too. So with both guys being athletic, both being skilled, maybe Fulton probably a little more skilled, but Inoue has such a gap, and the gap in punching power is more vast than it is in skill in Fulton's favor, in punching power in Inoue's favor. I give the edge to Inoue, and he's a good body puncher, which is very important against a slick guy with good head movement by Fulton. Got to get to his body, and Inoue knows how to do that. I expect Fulton to fight very well and to touch him up, piece him up, walk him into shots. But I think Inoue will be able to walk through the power and do enough to win that fight, especially at home. U.S. Anumba says, FightHype, thoughts on Plant Benavidez? Man, I got a lot of questions about that fight. Please, brother, refer back to some of our recent lives I've done on that fight. I've gone really in depth for 30, 40 minutes. I favor Benavidez. I think Plant will get off to a good start in that fight. I hated what I saw from Benavidez at the presser. He came off not in control of his emotions and dismissive of his opponent and overconfident. All bad signs. But even with that said, I just think Benavidez is one of the best offensive fighters in boxing. Plant is the boxer in this fight, but he's not the faster guy. Benavidez has great speed too, and a good jab as well. I think Plant will get off to a good start, but Benavidez stops him in the second half of the fight. So, PB North Baltimore, good to see you, North Bmore. PBC needs to make Charlo versus Golovkin and send Golovkin out on a shield. I think PBC's actually liked that fight for Charlo for a couple of years, but Golovkin gets paid gigantic purses on DAZN a lot up until Canelo against bad opponents, and they probably couldn't even come up with the guarantee he was getting to fight Cirametta or Steven Rolls to make that fight. So that's why that fight could never happen. But I do think at age Triple G loses to Jamal. But Jamal has been regressing in his performance. The only good performance Jamal's really had in the last couple years was Derevianchenko. So KO says, honestly, completely forgot this fight. What the fuck, man? Well, you remember just in time. It's main event time. Here we go. Serrano versus Cruz. Serrano bouncing up and down in the corner. And we're just waiting for... Again, she's getting a great ovation. She is juiced. She is hyped. Banging her gloves together at her introduction. She's bringing the energy, and the audience likes to see that, you know. They want to know you're enthusiastic and excited to do what you're about to do. That's something the crowd loved about Pacquiao. Luis Pena, appreciate it, brother. All right, they meet center ring to touch gloves now. And to me, Erika Cruz is made to order for Amanda Serrano. Just a come-forward fighter from Mexico who likes to brawl, soft around the midsection, not the kind of athlete, not in the kind of physical condition Amanda Serrano is. And Serrano, man, she switches those faces from that mean dog face to that big smile to play to the crowd, back and forth. But she is a mean customer, mean Boricua from New York. And we know how tough them Boricuas from New York are. So Serrano taking in that deep breath, and we're set for round one. I got to be honest. Yeah, North Baltimore, you are correct. Very nice crowd for a female fight. Katie Taylor is ringside watching. No makeup on for Katie Taylor. No glam for Katie Taylor. Damn, she is all fighter. Here we go. Round one set to start. Serrano in those fly Puerto Rican skirt trunks, Camacho style. Comes out in that southpaw stance, and they trade jabs to start. Ruiz immediately trying to throw combinations. Ruiz in the southpaw stance too, starting with a right hook to the body, right hook up top, and now they fall into the clinch. This should be a rough fight. A little bit of headbutt in close. They get separated and they break apart. Ruiz a little rough customer starting with her own jab, trying to match the jab of Serrano and get to Serrano's body. Serrano taking her time a little bit more. It starts with her double jab. Falls short with a right hook. Oh, man. Cruz, Erika Cruz coming in, swinging with her head down, but fearless. Winging hooks to the body of Serrano. Serrano taking her time, is probably going to try and nail her in between punches at some point. Oh, long left hand lands for Erika Cruz, as Serrano still trying to measure her. No, two good body shots by Serrano, but Cruz letting go of her hands. Good jab lands for Erika Cruz. Cruz literally punching with her head down and winging these shots, but she's busy and fearless. And I think she's ahead in round one a little bit. Now Serrano stepping in behind a jab. Good straight left hand to the body by Serrano. Serrano keeping it more long. Oh, but Cruz smothering her a little bit. Little awkward on the inside, just letting her hands go. Hard left uppercut to the body by Serrano. Cruz coming back with a sweeping left hand to the body. Cruz dipping her head around and landing a left hand. Good jab by Cruz. Cruz winning this round one so far. Serrano trying to get a measure of her distance, but sometimes while she's measuring, Cruz is just stepping in and winging shots and landing. Awkward, tough Mexican fighter digging to the body. Going to the body is Cruz, letting her hands go 2 or 3 to 1 against Serrano. Big right hook lands for Cruz against Serrano. Serrano trying to punch in between those punches, but not finding the mark as much as she wants to just yet. Good left uppercut for Serrano, but this is a Cruz round. Last 10 seconds. Cruz winging shots, but moving her head off the line, kind of like we saw Emmanuel Navarrete last night, where they're winging shots on the outside. It looks like, man, you are begging to be countered in between those shots, but they kind of awkwardly move their head around while they throw those winging shots. And round one, Erika Cruz, 10-9 Cruz. Redeeming the Time said, first southpaw Serrano has ever fought in the pros I've heard. Not sure if accurate. Interesting if true. You saw that, and she wasn't accurate that round, Redeeming the Time. Lucius Tate saying, Serrano always starts off fast. Indeed she does, but she lost round one. So, Sky Davis says, Inoue fighting at home helps him edge out on odds. How do you rate the fact of fighters like Pacquiao fighting almost all their fights once champ away from home? Does that do more for their legacy? Well, obviously Inoue has a lot of he has a lot of catching up to do to be mentioned alongside Pacquiao. But the dynamics have changed. Boxing isn't garnering as much attention in America as it was 10, 20 years ago. Inoue's bringing more money overseas when he fights, so that's why his fights are going over there. But he's got a long ways to go to be anywhere near Pacquiao. Here we go, round 2, 10 seconds into it. And Serrano trying to keep her distance tonight. Usually she's the one trying to cut the distance and go to your body, but she's the one trying to keep it long and be the sniper. But Cruz is getting underneath her sharp shots and winging to the body and to the head and being awkward here in round 2. Serrano still not finding the mark. Cruz is finding the mark more than she is, and she's not doing it pretty. It's Serrano trying to do the clean, effective work, and Cruz just winging shots, but she's landed. She is out-punching Serrano here in round 2. Serrano caught with 2 body shots, and then Cruz finishes with a right hook to the body, and Cruz is looking composed and relaxed. There's a method to her madness in there with her rhythm. 2 body shots and a right hook and a left up top, all for Cruz. Cruz is getting the better of these exchanges in the first minute of round 2. Serrano is getting caught. Serrano is fighting too tall. Serrano is fighting too tall, standing up too tall, and Cruz is getting underneath to the body, and whacking her up top, and awkwardly moving her head out of the way of Serrano trying to sharpshoot her. Cruz is having a good second round right now. 2 body shots again from Cruz. Constant combinations from Cruz. Digging to the body and finishing up top, and Serrano can't find the range and the accuracy. 2 uppercuts inside for Cruz. Serrano not getting the better of these exchanges. She tries to tighten up on the inside, but she is getting outworked. She is getting outthrown and outlanded on the inside. Right hook up top lands for Cruz. That right hook keeps getting up top for Cruz because she's digging to the body first to set it up. Cruz just awkwardly moving her head. Now she gets caught. Big shot lands for Serrano, but she's getting outpunched 3 or 4 to 1. Right hook back by Cruz. Cruz digging to the body. Relentless pace by Erika Cruz. More body work by Cruz and just moving. It looks like she's there to be hit, but she's constantly moving her head, not in a pretty, textbook way. 2-0, Erika Cruz. Serrano taking some good shots. Lucius Tate said uppercut waiting, and you did see Serrano catch her with a right hand in the last 20 seconds that got Cruz's attention. It lifted her head up, but she just was relentless nonstop, throwing shots, and I thought Serrano would be able to sharpshoot in between her punches. I thought Serrano would love this kind of style, but actually, Serrano is fighting a little too tall against Cruz early on. So here we go. Barney, thank you, brother, saying, you got me on the edge of my seat with your commentary, bro. Wicked and knowledgeable. Teddy on his way. Appreciate it, man. And North Baltimore saying, you're calling the fight better than the commentators. I appreciate that, man. I hope so. Mekhaled, I'm going back to the co-main. Cruz getting her mouthpiece put in. You got to wonder, can she really maintain that pace for 10 rounds? Some of them girls from Mexico, though, this is what they do. They are relentless and will keep throwing and throwing through all 10 rounds. Serrano in a dogfight early on. Round 3. Here we go. Serrano lowering her hands a little bit. Still trying to fight on the outside. Not tightening her guard and looking to exchange on the inside like maybe she should. She wants to keep sharpshooting on the outside. And now she's boxing even more than in the first 2 rounds. Slowing the pick. Good jab by Serrano. Serrano starting to use a sharper jab and slowing Cruz's pace down by using her jab on the outside. Now she steps out of range and makes Cruz fall short with her hooks to the body and up top. Serrano slowing the pace down. Shooting the jab from the hip. Serrano with a 1-2 and a 1. Cruz forced to stay on the end of Serrano's punches to start round 4. Straight left hand lands for Serrano on the outside. Serrano stepping out of range to make her fall short with the hooks this round. Minute left in the third. Better round for Serrano now. Double jab, and she makes Cruz miss and wing with her hooks again. Cruz missing with the hooks. Serrano not pelting her, not super active. Straight left hand to the body by Serrano, and she gets out of the way of what's coming back. And then she runs her hands with a 1-2-3 as Cruz, left her head forward trying to get inside. Now Serrano stepping forward behind the jab, making Cruz fall short with a lot of her punches right now. Better distance control off the jab. Now Cruz lands a left hand over the top of that jab, but Serrano in control of this round. Serrano steps in the big headbutt, but Serrano got in a right hook as they both opened up in that exchange. Serrano gets this third round, it looks like. 20 seconds left in it. Oh, big headbutt. That was a big headbutt. Lots of blood gashing from Cruz's head after that headbutt. Ooh, that fight might have to be stopped. Big right hook lands for Amanda Serrano as Cruz, got countered coming in with that right hook. Serrano doing a better job defensively this round. Again, making Cruz miss and fall short with her hooks and beginning to counter her better now. That's it for round 3. This fight might get stopped, though. Tons and tons of blood gushing from the forehead of Erika Cruz after a nasty headbutt. 2 rounds to 1 Cruz, but that headbutt is nasty, and she lost round 3. 29-28 Erika Cruz. But Serrano made the adjustment that round and made her fall short and flail with those hooks. Let's take a look at this replay. Both fighters coming in. Oh, nasty headbutt. Serrano not cut. Cruz is. Here we go. So Cruz ahead 2 rounds to 1, but felt like a real momentum swing right there between the cut and Serrano making her miss and fall short and beginning to find the right distance off her jab to start picking her shots. Round 4, here we go. Serrano not trying to just turn this into rock'em sock'em. She knows that's how Cruz likes to fight. Just trying to slow that pace down. Sky Nicholson and Katie Taylor laughing at the action ringside. Wonder what they're laughing about. Here we go, 15 seconds into it. Serrano picking her hands up, fighting behind the jab, taking little steps to her right and little steps backwards. 1-2. Ooh, got caught with a right hook there by Erika Cruz as she was trying to shoot those straight line shots. Now a straight left hand off the jab lands for Serrano. Cruz letting go of her combinations in between of Serrano's straight line shots. Not as accurate as in rounds past for Cruz. Serrano stepping forward. 2 jabs from Serrano from her hip. Cruz trying to find the angle, but she's getting countered coming in now a little bit. Now she lets go of her punches in combination as she steps in, but Serrano, better defense blocking those shots. Serrano sticks in a right hook to the body, and Cruz lets go of 3 or 4 punches in return, but not as accurate. Good jab by Cruz. Good body work by Cruz. Finishes up with a right hook. Sloppy work, but it's effective. Good jab by Cruz as she throws that jab and dipped her head way down as she threw it. She really dips her head down when she throws, but good work by Erika Cruz in the last 30 seconds. Close round now. 2 good body shots by Cruz and a good jab by Serrano. Good right hook inside by Serrano when they both opened up. Good left hand, 1-2 by Serrano. Left hand over the top for Serrano lands. Cruz getting back to the body and finishes with a right hook up top. Sloppy 1-2 by Cruz, but it lands. Combinations by Cruz getting through the guard, and now Serrano is bleeding as well. I think Cruz is beginning to win this round, letting her hands go more. More hands, more combinations on the inside for Cruz. Serrano getting hit to the body and getting hit up top. Cruz winning this 4th round now after a good first minute by Serrano. They're exchanging on the inside, and Cruz is getting the better of it, throwing 3 or 4 to 1. Look, Serrano looking her age a little bit in terms of her output there. That round got away from Serrano on my card. She had the round in control in that first minute, but Cruz unloaded. Just more energy, more activity from Cruz. Not pretty to watch, a little sloppy, but method to her madness. 3 rounds to 1. Erika Cruz, 39-37. What do you guys got at chat? Those of you who are able to watch the fight. I know a lot of you just tune into the round by round because you can't watch the fight, but for those of you watching the fight, how do you have it scored through 4? I got it 39-37, Erika Cruz. She's just outworking Serrano. Left hook is sitting there for Cruz, says North Baltimore. Serrano drops that right too much. Cruz doesn't seem to be comfortable hooking with the hooker tonight, North Beemore. She wants the sharpshooter coming in, but that's not her fighting to her identity. Serrano usually fights like a better version of Cruz. But for whatever reason, she doesn't want to go fire for fire. She feels like this shorter girl is getting underneath her or something, you know? Serrano learned from gassing out in the Taylor fight, says Lucius Tate. Indeed, maybe she's pacing herself. Round 5. This is the round where she did hurt Katie Taylor, but Cruz is getting off to a better start than her in the first 15 seconds. Getting off first and landing. Serrano trying to get to that body 2 times, and Cruz returning fire with a right hook up top. Serrano, good double jab. Cruz is able to step inside and smother Serrano's work. Serrano's overshooting her shots, fighting a little too tall, a little too long, and Cruz is getting underneath a lot. Now a good left hook like B. Moore was talking about, but Cruz is outworking Serrano, guys. She's outworking her. They're fighting on the inside, and Cruz is throwing 3 or 4 punches to 1, ripping the body. Serrano, big right hook on the inside for Serrano. Don't get me wrong, Serrano's landed some shots in there, and they're clean shots, but she's getting outworked and outfought on the inside right now by Mexico's Erika Cruz. Halfway through the 5th, and Cruz has outworked her. Serrano piecing her up too, though, but for every nice little punch in between Cruz's punches Serrano lands, Cruz is coming back with 3 or 4 shots to the body and finishing up top. They're exchanging leather here in round 5, going back and forth. Serrano, punch for punch, maybe a little more. Good uppercut on the inside by Serrano, and Cruz just throwing nonstop. Cruz might punch herself out here in the 5th. Serrano with a good left hand in the body. Cruz keeps throwing and landing, but Serrano is staying composed. Feels like this girl might punch herself out at some point or leave herself too open for one shot too many. Serrano countering with a right hook in between Cruz's punches twice, but I don't know if it's enough to win her the round. She's getting out-hustled. 10 seconds left in the 5th. Serrano lands a jab. Cruz misses wildly with her right hook on the outside. Left hand to the body for Cruz. That's it for round 5. I'm giving the round to Cruz. She is bleeding profusely on her forehead. Blood covering her forehead and her face, but she is a Mexican warrior, and I think she's out hustling and wants it more than Serrano. She's showing she wants it more a little bit than Serrano. 49-46 for Erika Cruz. It is the opposite of pretty, but Serrano is getting, her punches are getting smothered. Her punches are getting smothered, and she's getting outworked. Man, 49-46 Cruz. Upset alert. God damn, is this girl going to punch herself out, though? I mean, she's bleeding all over the place, and she's relentless, but she doesn't look that tired in the corner, folks. And if you watch your Televisa fights, Telemundo fights, you know sometimes in Mexico, they just throw down for 10 rounds straight without getting tired. So, Oof. Serrano round, says Chef Gabriel, 1979. I don't think that's out of the question. She was placing some shots. She was, but I thought she got outworked, Chef Gabriel. 4-1 Cruz on my card. Ref taking a look at that nasty cut, that nasty gash above the forehead of Cruz. He said she's good. They can continue. Here we go, round 6, and here we go. Hell of a fight. Fans getting their money's worth in this main event right now at the Garden. Both fighters remaining in the center of the ring. Cruz getting where she wants to in the real estate, though, and she keeps nailing Serrano to the body and then coming up top with that right hook, and her head's not there for the return. Her head, she's not even looking when she's throwing that hook, finishing with that hook sometimes. She's lowering her head to Serrano's midsection, and Serrano is overshooting the shot, fighting a little too tall. Serrano knows she's in a dogfight now. So, good right hook by Serrano. She missed the 1-2, but then came back with the hook as Cruz came in. Serrano trying to check. Good right hook to the body by Serrano. Serrano sharpshooting now in the exchange. Good right hook to the body again. Cruz, relentless, continues to let her hands go. Not as accurate in the last 30 seconds. Serrano, good right hook to the body by Serrano. Serrano in the clinch with her free left hand banging away to the body. Serrano, good accuracy here in the first minute of round 6. Cruz relentless, though, with a combination. 2-punch combination to the body, and she finishes up with 2 punches to the head, does Cruz. Forgive me for not calling right hook, left hook. It's such a relentless combination. It's usually hooks. Just keep it. Oh, big right hook by Serrano. She is hurt, Cruz. Finally, Cruz is hurt. Cruz is hurt. Serrano finally found her. Left hand has Cruz hurt. So Cruz letting go of punches, still punching, but Serrano is placing shots in between her shots. Cruz is arm weary with her combinations now. Badly hurt. Serrano finally got in that shot, punching in between her punches with the right hook. Cruz still hurt, but not getting hit yet. Oh, left to the body, left up top for Serrano. It was a left uppercut and a left, straight left hand. Now a right uppercut to the body and a left hook to the body for Serrano. Right hook up top for Serrano. Right hook to the body for Serrano. Right hook up top for Serrano. Killing Cruz in those exchanges. And that's it for round 6. Cruz, weary, maybe fading, going back to her corner. Huge round for Amanda Serrano. Much needed. 4 rounds to 2. Cruz still ahead, but she was hurt badly in that 6th round, and she may have punched herself out. Man. 58-56. Erika Cruz, but Serrano looks like she swung the momentum big time in that 6th round. She's very composed, very calm. Looks like her gas tank is just fine, and Cruz, on the other hand, has been throwing a million punches. She could be starting to fade. You would think so. Man. Yeah, great fight, North Beamore. Absolutely a great fight. Let's see the replay now. What was the shot that did it? Beautiful right hook that nailed Cruz as Cruz was opening up. And it was a touch 1-2, and then bang, sat on that right hook and nailed her as they were opening up in the exchange. Big moment for Amanda Serrano. Here we go, round 7 now. Chef Gabriel said 10-8 round. Nah, not that big. No, it was 10-9. It's competitive for the first half of the round. So it wasn't just a 2-minute beatdown. Definitely not a 10-8 round on my card. Some water in the corner forced to be scraped up by Cruz's corner here, giving her a much-needed breather. Nice, that was probably a veteran tactic by Cruz's corner to get her some extra time. Smart stuff. Oh, Cruz coming right back out, letting go of her combinations and pelting Serrano to start round 7. Serrano wants to sharpshoot, but in that first 10, Serrano getting nailed with combinations, but not particularly worried about it. Big combinations from Erika Cruz. Now Serrano starting to sharpshoot. Lands a straight left hand in between those combinations for Cruz. Cruz just relentless, throwing. Blood on the forehead of Serrano now. Serrano placing more accurate shots in between those constant combinations of Cruz, but Cruz is landing as well. Plenty. Hooks up top landing for Cruz. Constant hooks to the body. Left and rights up top for Cruz landing as well. She is relentless. She is a Mexican warrior, a guerrera. Oh, combinations up top for Cruz. Cruz winning the round to start round 7. It looks like at any moment she's going to get caught with a disgusting counter, but it hasn't happened yet, so she's winning the 7th. Halfway through the 7th round, Serrano getting the fight taken to her and getting outworked 3 or 4 to 1. Bloody face on both fighters. Now Serrano lands a 1-2 and a left uppercut. Cruz continues to throw left uppercut for Serrano in between those shots. Cruz throwing. I mean, non-stop. Cruz just throwing to the body, throwing to the head, throwing whatever's there, throwing, moving her head around as she does it. Right hook lands for Cruz. Another right hook for Cruz. It looks like she's like in Fight Night in an Undisputed when your stamina's on and you're throwing punches and your arm weary, but she's still throwing and winning the 7th round. Serrano getting outworked this round. She has placed some counters in between Cruz's shots, but not enough. 10 seconds left. What a relentless round by Erika Cruz. Did she set a record for punches thrown in a female round? That's it for round 7. Erika Cruz would not take no for an answer that round. After a big 6th round, Serrano got beat up in that 7th round. It's sloppy work, but she got beat up that round. 5 rounds to 2 for Erika Cruz. Serrano on my card, and one of those rounds was close. I could see it 4 rounds to 3 for Erika Cruz, but on my eyes, she's either up 4-3 or 5-2. Serrano's trainer looking a little concerned and pressed, looking over in the corner of Cruz to see if she's fading, looking like he's telling Serrano she's fading. You got to go and get her. Lucius Tate said bad game plan by Serrano. Let's see the replay here. Serrano landing a beautifully placed sweeping left hand in that exchange, and that's the replay DAZN chooses to show, but that sweeping left hand counter was placed in between the relentless combination punching of Erika Cruz. That was a Cruz round in my opinion. So here we go. Round 8. Serrano gonna need to rally, in my opinion. Cruz falling short with her jab to start round. And a nice check hook by Serrano, touching Cruz coming in there to start. Here we are in the 8th. Serrano touching with her jab, picking her hands up. Shoots a 1-2-1, but Cruz smothers it. Cruz getting kept on the outside, and she lands a looping left hand and then eats a straight left hand counter by Serrano. Looping left hand lands for Cruz, and then a right hook lands for Cruz. Awkward shots getting in on the champion. They trade jabs. DAZN has Serrano up 4 rounds to 3. I just disagree with Chris Mannix. I got Cruz winning this fight. I don't like that card. But these are some close rounds at times. But I can't give Serrano too much credit for her 1 or 2. Oh, nice 1-2 by Serrano there. Nice straight left hand by Serrano. Cruz getting caught coming in. Serrano slowing the pace down. Cruz, she, not nearly as relentless in round 7. There's no way a human could be. Cruz missing a long left hand, bleeding all over her face, constantly having to wipe the blood. Good poker face by Cruz, just casually wiping gushing blood out of her face constantly. 1-2 for Serrano. Beautiful straight left hand on the outside landed for Serrano that time. Cruz coming back with a combination but missing everything, falling short and flailing. Serrano touching with a 1-2. Serrano successfully slowed Cruz down this round, or did Cruz just need a breather? Straight left hand lands for Serrano again on the outside. Serrano with a 1-2. Cruz making her miss at that time. Oh, what a left to the body by Serrano up the jab up top. She sweeped that left right underneath Cruz's elbow. Beautiful left hand to the body by Serrano there. Cruz falling short and flailing with her punches. Good 8th round by Amanda Serrano. Very good 8th round by Amanda Serrano. And that's it. 5 rounds to 3. Cruz on my card. I could see it even 4 rounds apiece. Here we go into the final 2. It's anybody's fight. Javier Sanchez said, Erika Cruz showed up to fight. I can dig it. Indeed she did, man. She is a Mexican warrior. So let's see. Blood affecting the vision, says Lucius Tate. Yeah, it is, but maybe not that much. This girl's a dog. She's wiping it off like whatever. Very poker faced. Old school Mexican poker face. Used to see that from guys like my man Marco Antonio Barrera. Maybe had my favorite poker face ever. And Erika Cruz got a hell of a poker face tonight. Silver. So you guys hear this sounds like my family came home. Shut up, dogs. Yeah, see if you can shut them up, babe. Come on now. These damn dogs, I hate them. Thank you, babe. Alright, here we go into round 9. Ref, again, having to call time as these doctors take a look at the cut. Sammy, you could come watch the fight with me if you want. got my wife coming home with my son now. Sounds like she's putting him to bed. All right, come on, round 9. Here we go. Ref going to continue the fight despite the cut. Fight is on the table for both of these fighters right now. Morgo asked who's winning. I got the fight either even or Cruz up 5-3. Cruz stepping in with a jab. Serrano trying to keep it rangy, trying to walk Cruz into shots. Serrano short with her punches that time on the 1-2-1. Cruz stepping in with a long left hand, and it gets blocked by Serrano. Serrano trying to catch Cruz coming in. Both fighters falling a little short with their offense to start round 9. Good jab by Serrano. She misses the right hook after it. Oh, looping left hand caught Serrano pulling out, and a right hook lands for Cruz as well. Good jab lands for Erika Cruz. Cruz digging to the body a little ineffectively, flailing with arm punches. Steps in with the jab, sweeps her left hand to Serrano's body. Serrano trying to shoot that sharp 1-2 down the pipe. Good 1-2 by Serrano that time. There it is for her. Minute left in the 9th. Close round. Good jab by Serrano as Cruz opened up. Serrano with a little bit of the cleaner work. But Cruz is landing as well and is relentless. Good body shot by Cruz as Serrano backed up. Another right hand lands up top for Cruz as well. Serrano short with the jab, misses the straight left. Cruz dips her head down, punches while she dips her head down and lands up top. Right hook to the body for Cruz. Serrano short with the 1-2 as Cruz sticks in her own jab at long range. Serrano not quite as accurate with her sharp shooting on the outside as she wants to be. Cruz ugly. Now Cruz eats a jab with her head down. Serrano places a straight left with Cruz's head. Another straight left with Cruz's head down. 1-2 on the outside for Serrano. They exchange on the outside with their jabs. Serrano getting the better of it. 1-2 for Serrano. Serrano a little more accurate down the stretch of round 9. No, left hand for Serrano is off the jab. Boom, left hand with Cruz dipping her head down, trying to come up with that hook, but she ate the left hand. Serrano pulled that round out. 5-4 either way, depending on how you scored one of the rounds earlier. It was in the first half of the fight. It was a close swing round. I gave it to Cruz. Could have seen it for Serrano. So depending on how you had that scored, this fight is 86-85. 5-4 either way. So here we go. Cruz like a woman version of Barrera, says Luis Rafael Gonzalez. Luis, bite your tongue. She's no Barrera. Barrera was so much more technically sound than her. Explosive. Had a great jab. Barrera, watch that rematch with Rocky Juarez where Barrera just jabbed him to death. Barrera had great hands, underrated hand speed. Barrera was a bad motherfucker. Erika Cruz is just a tough fighter. But she does have Barrera's poker face and his heart. Here we go. Round 10. Final round. Crowd is on their feet. Puerto Rico flags all over the arena. You gotta imagine in this kind of close fight, Serrano's gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Cruz probably needs this round more. Top for Cruz, and then a third right hook lands for Erika Cruz. In the first 30 seconds, Cruz is getting the better of this. Just off activity and will. Serrano steps in now. Lands a left uppercut up top into the body. Cruz is relentless with her punch output. Not placing shots, just throwing and throwing and throwing. Now they fall into the clinch. Serrano getting outworked on the inside. Shots landing up top for Erika Cruz as she continues to swarm in combinations. Serrano looking a little arm weary finally. Trying to dig, thudding body shot. Straight left hand lands for Serrano. Another left hand lands for Serrano in between the punches. But Cruz is relentless and continues to punch and punch and punch and land. Not with the same kind of oomph and sharpness as Serrano, but she is out-throwing and outlanding her here in the 10th. Left uppercut on the inside for Serrano. Nice clean shot. Serrano with another left uppercut inside. Cruz comes back with a right hook up top. Right hook lands for Cruz up top. So it's two left hands in the clinch land for Serrano, and then a right hook in close for Serrano. 20 seconds left. Cruz continues to out-throw. Now a short left hand inside by Serrano. Serrano with some more accurate work down the stretch of the 10th. Close round. Serrano more accurate a little bit, but Cruz keeps throwing and throwing and throwing. Serrano more accurate down the stretch and might pull out the 10th round for her. But Cruz lands a right hook too. Close 10th round. If you count just who landed more punches that round, I think it was Erika Cruz, but she was slapping and winging with some of her shots. Serrano's shots were more sharp and precise, but Cruz outthrew her and outlanded her in that 10th round. Very close fight. Very close fight. I do feel like Serrano was the sharper fighter, but she wasn't that accurate. So Cruz outlanded her and outthrew her, and she is exhausted, bleeding. She is sitting on her stool. That is one of the all-time efforts I've seen. Erika Cruz, a true Mexican warrior. I'm tempted to say she may deserve actually to win this fight by upset. I understand if you got it for Serrano. Serrano was the sharper fighter, punching in between that constant combination punching of Cruz, but she was inaccurate at times too, and she was overwhelmed. And Cruz popped her head up with right hooks constantly, body, head, body. I'm okay with it. I feel like Cruz actually edged this fight out, but this was a very close fight. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what we get. Serrano's aging. I definitely picked Baumgardner to beat her and Katie Taylor to beat her. So Serrano was faced with her own medicine tonight. Usually she's the one coming in, killing your body, finishing up top with hooks. That was Erika Cruz tonight, and I thought Serrano was uncomfortable finding her distance throughout. It was inconsistent. One round she'd be able to find her distance behind the jab. The next round she couldn't. I think this fight may have gotten away from her. I think she might have gotten out-hustled tonight by Erika Cruz. Not out-skilled, not out, but just out-fought and out-hustled. I feel like Cruz might have pulled this thing off, man. We'll see. Ulysses Ortiz says, possible draw. Definitely a possible draw. Music and Boxing says, that's brain damage, not boxing. Chill Will says, that's why you can't disrespect fighters. Absolutely, you're right. And I thought Serrano would have an easy time with Cruz. I thought Cruz was made to order. But no, she actually gave Serrano her own medicine tonight. Let's look at... Redeeming the Time said, that's New York City. Shocked if Cruz wins. I agree. I'll be shocked if Cruz gets the benefit of the doubt here. But I actually think she may have out-hustled Serrano tonight and deserves it. I don't know. I don't think she's going to get it. We'll see. We shall see. But I'll tell you this. Add Serrano Cruz to the pantheon of wars between Mexico and Puerto Rico, that's for sure. My God, she was leaking blood from that forehead. Gushing. She got to go to a goddamn hospital. Blood all over both of them. That's going to make for some great fight photos by my man Ed Mekhaled. My man Matt Heasley and Ed Mekhaled ringside taking photos. Melina Pizarro, shout out to you from DAZN 2. I'm sure you guys got some beautiful pictures tonight. And Cruz is still sitting on her stool. She's exhausted. She's got to get to a hospital the minute this fight's done, win or lose. All right, here we go. Queens, New York, stand up, they said. Will they give it to Cruz FightHype? I don't think so, but let's see. Here we go, folks. Let's see what we got. $98.92. Horrible card. 97-93. This is going to be for Serrano. You win her by unanimous decision. The winner in the new undisputed. Amanda Serrano gets to the decision. Bad scoring tonight. Bad scoring. 8 rounds to 2, 7 rounds to 3. No way. She's fortunate to get 6 rounds to 4. I think the judge... Look, it's not always about if it looks pretty. It's about getting the job done. Serrano clearly was the better boxer than Cruz throughout. She has the better technical form. When she lands, it looks pretty and precise. When Cruz lands, it looks sloppy. But so what? If Cruz is landing sloppily all night and Serrano is more inconsistent with her sharpshooting offense, Cruz maybe deserves to win the fight then. It's not... Right? It's not about looking pretty. It's about getting the W. And I thought Cruz actually did enough to get the W tonight. It wasn't pretty at all. It's the opposite of pretty. Serrano clearly is the better technical fighter. But I thought Cruz out-hustled her tonight. And but there was no way she was going to get a decision in New York City. Serrano now the undisputed champion. I do think she is aging. I do think Katie Taylor beats her again. And I do think Baumgardner would beat her. So, but no disrespect to Serrano. She gave a great show. She is such a fan-friendly fighter. I know those. She rocked the Garden again in terms of giving the fans an all-action fight. You know, she is female boxing's blood and guts warrior. But I thought Cruz did it ugly, but I thought she did enough to win tonight. That's just me, folks. What do you think, chat? Serrano is the cleaner fighter. I agree, Serrano's the cleaner fighter, Taj Lee. But that don't mean you won just because your punches look cleaner. And if the other girl was piecing you up 3 or 4 to 1, who cares if that shit was ugly? You know. Let's see. You're wrong because you don't like dogs, says Key Fergo. I don't anymore. I mean, I do like dogs. It's just once you have a son and their barking wakes them up, you're just over the dog thing. If you don't have kids, then dogs are great. But if you have a new baby and you got dogs, they're fucking annoying. Omar Ortiz says, bro, you sound like a hater. Serrano is the champion. This is about punch and song. Get punch. Omar Ortiz, I'm gonna take a guess here. Are you Boricua? You sound a little offended that I'm keeping it objective that Serrano maybe was fortunate to get this decision tonight at home against a fighter from another country. I'm calling it like I see it. I thought Serrano was going to dominate this fight. She didn't. She may have indeed done enough to win the fight, but I thought Cruz out-hustled her tonight. That's the fight I saw. But I appreciate you, Ortiz, for watching the fight with me, brother. And again, she is an all-time great Puerto Rican fighter. Shout-outs to Puerto Rico tonight. She did her thing. She was the cleaner boxer, but I thought she got out-hustled tonight. Key Fergo says, respect, bro. Watching for the United Kingdom. It's 5 a.m. Great commentary. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Eric Pena, facts. You feel me, Eric? Marvelous Irv says, great card. That was a hell of a back-to-back fights. These girls put on a hell of a fight for us both times. Jesus Love says robbery. Luis Rafael Gonzalez with the Mexican flag says Cruz is the people's champs. Edwin Barbosa, bro, you are a hater. Against Serrano, Errol Spence, and Tank, you a hater. Edwin, are you Puerto Rican? I just have a feeling you are. And you're being a little emotional and angry about me being objective and fair about the fight that was tonight. Errol Spence is one of the guys I would have my son watch if he was trying to begin boxing. I'd have him watch Errol Spence because Errol Spence is one of the most fundamentally sound fighters in the world. He's maybe the most consistent body puncher in boxing and has a great southpaw jab. And then Tank is top 10 pound for pound. I think Tank's going to beat Ryan, so I'm not a Tank hater. Haney is the champion in that division, but Tank has a slightly better resume than Devin, and Tank is a top 10 pound for pound for me, so I don't know what you're talking about. Handsome Guy says, great commenting, brother. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Agent 48 says, shout out to Puerto Rico, but dang, that's a robbery. Kun Yeezy says, bruh, who won? My 2-year-old pulled out the Wi-Fi cord as soon as they were announcing it. Kun, Amanda gets a unanimous decision. I didn't think it was. I thought this was a split if she did win the fight. She was the cleaner boxer, but she got out-hustled, out-thrown, and outlanded for a lot of rounds in this fight. So I could have easily have seen Cruz getting the decision instead of her. Could have definitely have seen a draw. It was a close, could have went either way kind of fight. And the judges rewarded Serrano for that clean work. You know, they and I get that, but Cruz outlanded her, and that is the name of the game at the end of the day, is to make the punch land. And it's not like Serrano ever dropped her. Serrano hurt her in the 6th. Serrano was never hurt. She hurt Cruz in the 6th round off her right hook, but Cruz stayed up, and it was a hell of a fight. Fernando Saldivar says, what's up, brother? Good commentating. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Prince954 says, the men need to step up and give us fights like this. Hey, you're right. I agree. You're right. Fight for Life says, you're a Triple G hater. Triple G, just like Spence, is one of those guys I'd have my son watch to be fundamentally sound, because like Spence, great jab. Like Spence, not relying on athleticism, relying on the fundamentals. Cruz deserves the rematch. I agree, but that ain't happening. There's money to be made in Dublin. Let's hear what they're saying. Yeah, there's too much money to be... See, you guys, there's just too much money to be made in Ireland to allow Cruz to win a close decision. That's just the business of boxing, man. And Katie Taylor is in the ring with... And they are already got the graphic. May 20th in Dublin, Ireland. Taylor versus Serrano 2. Live and exclusive on DAZN. May 20th in Dublin, Ireland. The fight is official. Taylor and Serrano 2. I favor Serrano this time. I favor Taylor this time. Serrano might have done enough to pull out the draw. It was a really close fight, that first fight, but Taylor regained herself in those championship rounds and pulled it out. What a great fight that was. I think Taylor beats her again based on what I saw tonight. So, but you know, Serrano is the undisputed champ. Props to Serrano. Erika Powery said, thanks for the good commentary, Sean. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. So yeah, already? Damn, yeah, they had that shit lined up, brother. We were getting Taylor Serrano too. Tyrone Nixon 25 says, bruh, rigged from the start, laughing my ass off. Handsome Guy says, damn, they didn't even try to hide the fact. D Soccer 241 said, you called it as it is, and some people behind get tickled, never gets old. As always, great commentary. Thank you, D Soccer. You know how I do, man. You could be my cousin, or you could be my best friend, and I'm rooting for you. But once you step in the ring and the punches start flying, I'm calling the action down the middle. I'm calling it right down the middle. Whatever's happening, you're hearing it. And so you already know, brother. Thank you. Samantha oh, my wife, baby, come in the room and say hi, Samantha. Don't be a stranger. Come in and say hi. You missed the fight, babe. My wife should have been watching. You should have been watching this fight with us.
I know. Leo fell asleep. I was just putting him
I know. But you could have caught the last 2 rounds. Say what's up to everybody.
Hello.
It's my wife. It's my wife, y'all. Say hi to my wife. So, your paisana, because Samantha is Chilanga. She's from East LA, but actually lived in Mexico City. Wait, where's the booster shot?
Oh God.
See, she got the Mexico City booster shot that you won't, get that. People from Mexico know what it is. She got that booster shot. Anyways, your paisana might have got robbed. Because see how they got Katie Taylor in the ring for the rematch? Yeah. They were like, bitch, better go back to Mexico with that shit. You're not going to fucking fuck up this money for this rematch. You know how many millions we got ready to make in Dublin?
Oh, no.
So Erika Cruz from Mexico, she was relentless. Like, nothing she did was pretty to watch. Mm-hmm. She didn't even have her eyes up half the time she was punching. But she just kept throwing, and she overwhelmed Serrano. Serrano would wait and try to box her, and she would counter her beautifully. Like when she landed, it was pretty. Mm-hmm. It was
clean.
Boom. Uh-huh. But for every little sharp hook she would land, Cruz would throw 6 or 7 body shots and finish and whack her on the head, and they're landing, on the side, but they're whacking her head around. I thought Erika Cruz out-hustled her tonight. But because it's in New York, in front of a Puerto Rican crowd, and there's millions and millions of dollars on the line for DAZN, there's just no way that Erika Cruz...
They're going to give up that money
no way.
In the UK.
No way.
So...
Oh, they said you're a dime piece, by the way.
Oh. So
that's awesome. Thank you for that, guys. We appreciate that. Hi, muy bonita. Congrats. Thank you. Are you two lesbians? God damn. No. Bruce Wayne is a fucking asshole. No, he killed me.
Oh, wow. Bruce, that's Batman.
He killed me.
He's an asshole.
He killed me.
No.
Nah, man, he killed me with that one. It's too... Oh, shit. Oh, man. No, you went... say something to him. Get him back. You said I'm all man, but tell him that again. I was too busy.
He's all man.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
You see his opinions.
So, okay, Lydia Cat says, in your opinion, did Tyson Fury get 2 long 10 counts against Wilder? I don't think so much in that first fight. Reese was a little acceptable. Come to me. Let me see your gloves. Can you really continue? That's although you do got to wonder if Jack is a little bit of a Tyson Fury fan, but not so much that first fight. In fight number 3, I was there ringside. the greatest heavyweight fight I've ever covered, I've ever seen in terms of live. Not counting fights on tape like Ali Frazier. But in round 4, that second knockdown, I thought to myself, the fight's over, Deontay, because I was doing a mental clock, and I thought 10 seconds had definitely passed by while Fury was still on the canvas. And I didn't think Fury beat the count in time, but turns out he did, and he wins the fight by knockout. And I don't take nothing away from Fury, but to answer your question, yeah, I do think that count was long in that second knockdown in round 4. I do. Fernando Saldivar, is there any more fights tonight, Sean? No, there is not. Lewis Coleman said you married way above your pay grade. Congratulations. I don't agree, Lewis. I'm actually a handsome guy on the low.
On the low.
You gotta, am I getting on Undisputed tonight? I'm thinking about it. You look like Drake Bell. I've heard that a lot. I prefer the Ashton Kutcher comparison myself. E. Negron says, another great calling, accurate. Thanks again, Sean. Hi, Sam. You remind me of the old man that used to listen to the Rangers hockey games on a little... Oh, that's awesome. The New York Rangers. I think he's talking... Or is he talking about the Texas Rangers? No, Rangers hockey. Yeah, the New York Rangers. That's awesome, brother. I'm a Rangers fan, from New York, so that's great. Javier Sanchez says, how nice of her. My wife immediately cuts me off with the I don't know. Aww. Well, before she became a mom, she never has any time to watch the fights. Samantha knew her boxing really well.
Because of you.
I forced the poor girl to watch so many great fights that her IQ was pretty high. I'm probably a little rusty now, huh?
Very, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't even know if they can see you. Hold on.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Come up more to eye level.
I'm all right, but we should just talk about the fight.
All right, but yo, FightHype. How come Gervonta Davis doesn't like FightHype? I don't know, man. Go talk to Tank, man. Try to smooth that out for us if you can. You look like Shaggy. I've heard that many times. Highness, what's up, Highness? Good to see you, brother. You need to tell Sean to go and tell both Bud and Spence to stop being divas and give us the fight. Only Sean can make this fight happen. Sean Porter? My man, Sean Porter? I mean, I don't know. Can he make the fight happen? I don't know. Sean's done everything he can to make that fight happen. Literally. Even by fighting Terrence to try to be that bridge between the two of them and the two companies. Sean has pleaded to Terrence to take the fight. He's pleaded to Errol to take the fight publicly, privately. He's fought both of them to make both of them bigger stars on pay-per-view. He's done everything he can. If they're not going to fight, they're not going to fight. We got to move on. Let's start putting pressure on Errol to fight Boots or Charlo at 54 or Boots at 47. Let's put pressure on Terrence to hurry the F up and fight this Virgil Ortiz fight on DAZN then if you're not going to fight Spence with the PBC. Castro said, have I lost yet on Undisputed? I hope not. Nope, haven't lost yet. Sean, you've seen the best jab in boxing tonight, says Philly Zoe. Are you talking about Richardson Hitchens? He did have a hell of a jab tonight. He did. Richardson Hitchens does have a good jab. Like to see him earlier in fights step it up a little bit. He did step it up a little bit in the second half of that fight. He pelted Bauza tonight. But is that who you're talking about, Philly, with the jab, Hitchens? Pocket, you're welcome, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you saying thanks for the commentary. So, guys, should we? I'm gonna leave it up to you, chat. Should we wrap it up tonight? Are we good, or should I hop on the video game? Should I hop on Undisputed and get a fight in? Let me know.
It's looking like it's gonna be a great year boxing.
Let me know. As a matter of fact, let me get the game started just to be.
So who do you think is gonna win, Taylor then?
I think Taylor's gonna win the rematch for sure. Yeah. For sure.
I really like her.
Katie, you notice she had no makeup on, right? Like, she is off. The girl didn't even have makeup on. Like, damn, Katie, you're ringside. You're not fighting tonight. You can put a little makeup on.
No, I
like Mikaela. And why do you let's be patronizing. Why do you, as a woman, like Katie Taylor?
She's actually inspirational. Like, she's tough. She kind of tells you, she kind of shows you what it's like to be a fighter as a woman without the frills. Like, just a fighter.
Mm-hmm. That's well said. Luis Reyes says, go hang with the wife. Lucius Tate said, undisputed.
Undisputed.
How do you Cooper Skin King. How do you get Undisputed on PS5? It's not out yet. It's only early access on PC. Here, let me boot it up. Let me boot it up and see if you lovely people watching, want me to do that. Wifey giving you puppy eyes the moment you said video game. She's the one telling me to play.
Yeah, you can play.
Oh no, you can't. Okay, never mind. Or let me see. No, do you want me to play or not?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have to. It's
No,
cool.
no,
It's okay.
I want you to play.
I know. I know you. I know you want me to.
It's time for a man's game.
Here we go.
I am pretty sleepy.
All right, guys. Here is Undisputed. Fuck it. You know, at this point, the game's booted up. Let's get a game of Undisputed in. Hold on. Let me get my...
Can you fight as Mayweather?
You can't fight as Mayweather, no. I'm waiting for them to open up. Don Julio said, tell wifey to go to sleep. It's time for a man's game. Sheesh.
I'll just let myself out.
No. You stay here and watch me get this work in. Can you fight as Mayweather? Yeah, not yet. Lucius Tate, one game, please, Mrs. Yeah, one game. Let's do it. Let's close the show right with some Undisputed. All right.
Katie's in this game, right?
Katie Taylor is it? You know what? That's who we'll use. We'll use Katie Taylor.
I'm sorry if that's lame.
No, it's not lame. We'll use Katie Taylor. Quick fight. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not in the mood for the sweaty ranked match right now. But just so you guys know, 13-0. Undefeated in ranked. Undefeated. And your boy even on the leaderboards. Let's check out the leaderboards real quick. Hold on. I think I'm like in the 60s. FightHype Sean. You see it. Number 78 in the world. 13-0. Undefeated and undisputed.
I like your FightHype Sean.
I changed my name. I was Sexual Beast yesterday, my old Xbox gamer tag, and I decided
That one, yeah.
let's just plug the site.
Yeah.
FightHype Sean.
That way they know who they're losing to.
That's exactly. All right, here we go. Katie Taylor. Let's use Katie Taylor. Eric Pena, have a good night, brother. Thank you. He said good night to both of us.
Oh, good night.
Okay. Natasha Jonas. Delphine Pursuit. This girl's a monster. That's the
Who did she fight? Oh, Delphine.
Remember I
You showed
yeah.
me,
That's the female Belgium Antonio Margarito right there. Okay. Katie Taylor. Let's go. Katie Taylor. Let's get it. I can see Mayweather asking $100,000 just to be featured on the game. That's low.
That is low.
I could see Floyd asking for $5 million to be in the game.
$1 million.
Shh. Handsome guy, I got a funny story. I'm covering Canelo Cotto, and after the fight, Marcellus Wiley and Charles Barkley are walking with each other after the fight, and I tell Charles, what's going on, man? We need you in 2K, man. Like, we're dying to play with you in NBA 2K. And he goes, hey, man, they offered me $500,000 to be in the game. I told him I'll never do nothing for $500,000, man. And I said, damn, it's like that? It's like that, man. I remember that.
It's going to be an amazing night.
Oh, let me turn down my
usual,
volume a little bit.
Everybody's going to benefit.
And now it's time
But so if Charles is asking for $500,000, our boy Money May, he's asking for a lot more than that.
With a reach of 160.
But I'll never forget that story. Charles, I remember I was kind of offended. Like, damn, Charles, you know, $500,000 is so much money, and you talking like it's nothing. Efficient mindset says you have a beautiful wife. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Do I have kids? Yeah, we definitely got kids. We got our son Leonardo. He's asleep in the other room. Just got home from grandma's house. So this is the nightcap. Katie Taylor. Damn, that looks like Katie Taylor.
A two-division world champion and an undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world.
Floyd is actually invested in his own boxing game, so maybe that's why he's not. I never heard of that, Coon Yeezy.
Hiding out of the blue corner.
Damn, is that name a diss to Kanye West? I think I just realized that. Is that?
Said it out loud.
Yeah, is that a diss to Kanye West?
And an
Yeah.
undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world.
Can't say that anymore.
to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Oh, got it. It's a moment. Okay. Here we go. Y'all ready? I'm in the red corner. Fight Hype Sean. Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor. I like to take my time, guys. I'm calm with it. You know what? Let me start off with some footwork. Come on. Let's go. Oh. Katie Taylor versus Katie Taylor. Mirror match. Gotta give me a minute, chat. I'm gonna be a little tight on the stream to loosen up. Let's just counter to the body.
You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much.
Ooh, I got countered up top. I like to invest in that body.
The hero, the pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from
it. Oh, good jab.
Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on.
I'm just trying to mix it up and get a quick, easy win tonight. Boom. Check hook. Back to the body. Back to the... Oh, she out-jabbed me there. Might not be the prettiest gameplay tonight, but we definitely will get this done. There's no question about that. We might make the other Katie Taylor shit on herself with a body shot at some point. Might be the goal. Ooh, you body shot yourself.
Oh, that punch.
Power jab coming. Oh, oops.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords.
Back to the body.
They're slinging it.
Sloppy first round, but got my body working. See? Boom. Then counters to the body. Kill her stamina, man.
You know the scorecards
Kill her
are
stamina.
all over the place in this one.
Oh, because that's what Katie Taylor totally is known for, right? One zip. Sloppy round. Sloppy. We're kind of like Cruz and Serrano, that round.
That was super tight. I dread being a judge.
Is there a set date for console release yet? Lay low ass. Not yet, brother. Not yet. Lucius Tay says wife puts too much pressure on Sean. No, she's good. It's actually everyone else. Is everyone else? No, she does put pressure on me too. I do get nervous when I play video games. I got this. This is easy work. This girl ain't getting out of 6 or 7 rounds.
This is going to be the first one to get buzzed.
Start off with that loose movement. Oh, I got caught being loosey-goosey. Let's tighten it up. Forget the loose stance. Let's go to war.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible.
Just counter to the body. No, fuck the jab. Just counter to her body. Gotta do what's working.
No rest for the weary.
See that? Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. I know it's not pretty.
The jab just got blocked.
Nope. Oh, okay, good. Oh, good combo, but right back to your body. I'm gonna make her shit on herself. That's the plan.
It's knockout or bust for
that
both
is.
of these fighters.
I'm just killing the body.
Blocks that jab.
Getting hit a little bit more than I'd like to. Ooh, to the body. To the body. Call me the body snatcher. Mekhaled. Mekhaled, y'all.
These two fighters are made for one another.
Mekhaled, y'all. Katie Mekhaled. Hey, that's an Irish name. Still an Irish name, Katie Mekhaled.
They both got their swords. They're slinging it.
Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop.
Very close round with 10 seconds.
I might throw a jab. I'm thinking about it. Nope, see? Ooh. Okay, I see. Hell no. Oh, we're getting her.
I don't know which fighter is.
What the fuck is going on? Says Jay. Does it at least give that Fight Night feel? I think it's better than Fight Night, believe it or not. You're not seeing me really play discipline. I'm just Yeah, I'm just body snatching, getting this girl up out of here. No, but the game is good. Like, it's good. It's a work in progress. Still needs work, but the game's good. Here we go. I'm just stepping inside. Boom to the body again. Let's be a little more selective here. Watch, I'll sharpshoot a little bit more. Let me actually throw a couple headshots.
The training scenes, the gym work, that's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to
As I say that, I just rip the ball. I just can't help it. It's there.
Concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight.
Oh, I try to walk her into the hook. I'm trying to walk her into a hook. We'll get back to it.
The charts action from both of these
Oh, really?
fighters.
That's how you feel?
Nice exchanges from both women in this round.
I'm gonna step off. I'm gonna try and counter now. Oh, there's the counter. I'm gonna try and counter and walk her into something for a second here.
Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut.
Boom! Checked her with the hook. Come on.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get caught to
Come on, walk into
and
something,
that's where the
please.
referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get
Tighten
inside
it up.
close round.
Very competitive round
Killing.
with 10 seconds left.
Zip.
This fight could not be any closer.
They need to improve movement as the aggressor. It is very easy to box on the back foot in this game, says Sons of Liberty. Yeah, some people are complaining that when you do the loose movement, it's too easy to just do the sidestep hook. But I actually know how to fight on the front foot decent in this game it requires you to let them be more active and shoot off their shots, and you got to pick your shots and just block what's coming. Kind of fight like the Canelo style, where you're really good defensively on the front foot, blocking and moving your head, but cutting distance. Oh, good start to the round for her. Good start to the round for her. Go ahead, shoot. Go ahead, work a little bit. Let me let you feel comfortable so I can counter something.
This is with the right uppercut.
Yeah, good work, good work. Ooh, hey, she's having a good round. I gotta step it up.
Safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage.
So I'm also trying to show you guys something different instead of just rat-a-tat to the body over and over
Wait,
again.
you just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
There we go.
Nice exchanges from both women in this round. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up.
Boom. Boom again.
Big
Try
whiff
it.
with the right hook.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, got me back. I can have a jab now. I haven't been using it.
People talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Despite what the
Yep.
judges score
Cornered her. Oh, what just happened? What the hell was that?
Internet went down.
My internet went down?
No, it didn't go down all of it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what happened? He might have finally got
This
around.
one could go either way. Every round is so important.
It's too hard to split. Do you listen to
2-1, stop. Yeah. I got it.
Who's going to be the first one to get caught?
I do think the faster guys are definitely easier to play with. The aggressive come forward guys are a little harder to pick up and play with than the speedy fighters. Sugar Ray Leonard's amazing in this game. It's definitely easier using Ray Robinson, Roy Jones, and Ray Leonard than Canelo, who you have to fight aggressively with.
Talk about a fighter having power. Don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be honest. You've got to be confident.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up.
Come on, girl, let's fight. You're the one who needs to win some rounds.
Let your hands go a little bit.
Come on.
It's okay to be aggressive now.
Come on, let's go. You need to come back in this fight, not me.
She scores with that right. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter?
That's
what you do is you fight, fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or
you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Switch up the stance on her. Get back.
Who's winning this fight?
You got this, y'all. Put the jab on her a little bit more that time. Don Julio says, is it spam or bam or more skill-based? Definitely more skill-based, fighting at higher levels. I'm fighting someone I feel like I'm pretty comfortable beating. I'm doing just a quick casual match, but if you, on our last stream, last night, Navarrete, the round by round, if you go check out my fight with Sugar Ray Leonard against Terrence Crawford, the other guy was 15-0. I was 6-0. It was really high-level gameplay. It was a chess match for 5 rounds, then I knocked him out in the 6th. So
she got hit right on the button by that power punch.
Still in that loose stance. Boom. Starting to counter on the outside a little bit. There it is. Oh, there's another. Smell blood a little bit.
No doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant.
Let's double up the jab, maybe.
To make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can.
Let's go. That's what I want. Stay in there with me.
Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the combination.
Ooh, good counter shot. Good counter shot. It's loose enough. Put the jab on her. Bam. Bam. Get back. Bam.
Back and forth.
Get back.
Neither fighter
Get
back down.
Get back.
Swing and a miss with the left uppercut.
To the body with it. Oh, missed it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Come on, walk into this jab again. Come get it. Oh, there it is. There it is.
He hit her clean with that right hook.
Come on, go down, man. You can't take those body shots much longer. Come on. Oh, we're getting her. Oh, come on. We're getting her. We're getting her.
There's a big difference between being
the aggressor and
the effective aggressor.
Get over here.
Which type are we seeing so far? This
All
round
right,
could go
you'll have to wait another
10
round.
seconds to go.
What? Come on, we'll do that too. I can do that too. I got a D-pad. I got buttons. Ah! Okay, I just wanted to. Castro, you see a Castro 6-zip, 5-zip. I'm definitely gonna watch that stream. LOL. Crawford Leonard is great. Don Julio, check it out, bro. Check it out. It was a 6 round fight. Check it out. It was on last night's live. All right, guys, we're in control of the fight, but we want that stoppage. Whoa. What's up with those scorecards? Get the fuck out of here. All right, whatever. Now since I know the judges want to play games, tighten it up. Come on! Wow! How's she standing up to that shit? All right.
No rest for the weary. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't.
I'm like running out of energy because I'm beating the shit out of her so bad in those combinations. Come on.
Around the ring and just get picked apart, even though they were the one pushing the tempo.
Finally, now shit on yourself. I told you, we gonna make her shit on herself, guys. She did it. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. It's not you over here saying she's a real lady and she's inspirational. What's so inspirational about shitting on yourself?
She beat herself.
That's true.
In this scenario.
She beat herself. You're right. You're your own worst enemy. All right. Oh, she ready to go. She ready to go. Oh, I got caught with a hook. Be careful, Sean. To the body. Shit on yourself. Oh, with the combo to finish her up. To finish her up. Don't get up. Don't get up, Katie. Come on, man. Will the real Katie Taylor please stand up? I repeat, will the real Katie Taylor please stand up? We're going to have a problem here. You act like you've never seen a white girl box before. The winner! It was a little sloppy. The last 2 rounds, though, I started using the jab.
That's what I said.
I know, but it's hard to land the jab when the guy's playing keep away.
Yeah.
When they start coming to you, they bop.
It was
bop.
working.
And
it was working.
I had to break them down to the body first. So, damn, that judge actually scored an even round in round 3. I think the judges were tripping. I felt like I was beating that ass, but that's just me. Final punch stat numbers: 204 body shots to 98, 56 counter punches to just 15. So I countered to the body, broke them down, and then in that last round, we mixed in the headshots and got the knockout. To the winner's cam.
The winner's cam.
And that's it, folks. Thanks, everybody, for checking me out. And Lucius Tate saying thanks to the missus for that entertainment. Thank
That's
you.
all you.
Yeah. All right, well, love you guys for tuning in with us. We'll be back. I'll be back next weekend with O'Shaquie Foster against Ray Vargas. That's a really good fight. Ray Vargas is a favorite. He deserves to be the favorite. But, he, like we saw with Emmanuel Navarrete last night against Liam Wilson, fighting at 130 against guys your size now, or maybe even bigger than you sometimes, it's going to be a different story than how it looked at 22 and 26. Liam Wilson almost pulled off the upset last night. I wouldn't be surprised if O'Shaquie Foster pulls off the upset next Saturday. Check in with us Saturday night for that live round by round. I'll be doing content throughout the week. Thank you, everybody, for keeping it locked in. Shout out to my man Hans Themistode on the ground in New York City covering the fight tonight. Shout out to my man Ron Goodall, Frankie, Rockman, and of course Big BT, the whole team. See you later, everybody. See you later.